Alright, here we are, Goofy Goobers versus Retail Place. Giving the word to Cooper for the moment.
Yeah, okay, so we're... I don't know how good these teams are. They seem to be quite high in the seedings. Reading Your Plays have done consistently well. I think they're somewhere in the National League. I'm not sure how it is for your guys, so...
Yeah, well, it's hard to judge. I don't know your teams either, but I can definitely tell you that Toasty is kind of a beast, and I will just figure out how these two teams are doing by seeing them play at the moment. Goofy's dragged a bit into their own defense.
Yeah, okay. It looks like Toasty's got a good clear, and they may be able to follow it up, but that's a nice first shot. And just off the crossbar from Booth. Unfortunately not able to find its mark.
Yeah, close call for Goofy's.
Straight back again. Another close one from the Goofy Goobers, but unfortunately that's deflected just off the top as well.
Yeah, it looks like
another chance here, and Booth's going to put it straight in, and they can't catch, and that makes it
yeah.
for Reading Your Plays.
Booth won't let that one slip away from him. Free goal open for him, and he just raises his score to 1-0 for Retail Place at this time. So I guess teams are like getting close to each other time by time, judging the other team. Both teams looking quite careful at the moment, but well, yeah.
Yeah,
Freeze already got punished.
Defensive. I'm waiting to see it start to break out once they've figured each other, and we'll get some much more interesting plays. It looks fairly solid on defense for now. It looks like Toasty may have a chance here. He's trying to get across to put it in, but it's Joe has deflected it nicely out. And a beautiful double touch from Booth there to stick it into the middle, and Jaded trying to follow up, but unfortunately they're not quite in the right place.
Three people from Goofy Goobers just right in front of the enemy goal, can't make the goal actually happen.
It's very close that time, but I think couldn't quite tell, but one of them got a nice touch on it to send it out again. It looks like Clemson's on his way, trying to stand and flip it, gets it taken off the top of him.
Toasty with a try to demo the goalie just for making the path clear for Clemson, but couldn't make it through.
Unfortunately slightly behind, but that's a good shot downfield by Toasty, and he's got a decent chance here, and it's straight in. Nicely done. Beautiful.
Yeah, nice play from Toasty at that point. Very hard to defend for Joe at that point. Sorry, for Jaded. Coming from the backboard and just being able to own goal this shot from Toasty at that point. Just too fast, and so we have an equalizer already.
Yeah, this is good to see. Getting still feel like there's more to come, but they're definitely making the challenges now, which is good.
Yeah, judging the first half of the game, I think both teams are actually quite even.
It looks like Clemson's going to take this now, and they're trying to look for an opportunity. Not sure if that's the best touch. Peter's there, but unfortunately gets it taken off him by Jaded. So another attempt for Reading Your Plays now, putting it in the middle, trying for a demo, but Clemson takes it off him. Can Peter get there in time to send it in? Right, looks decent. Clemson's on it. Nice touch in the middle, and a follow-up from Toasty puts it straight in over the top of the defenders.
Yeah, what a beautiful play from the Goofies right now. The pass from Peter from the backboard. Clemson puts it up to the backboard again, and Toasty just takes the rebound and puts it above the last defender. Yeah, well done. That's some kind of play I like to see. All three people involved, nice passing plays.
Yeah, it's just well coordinated, one after the other, making it nearly impossible to stop for the Reading Your Plays.
Well, still 2 minutes to go. Plenty of opportunities for Retail Plays left, and this time they're trying to move forward, making their way through. Jaded with a nice redirect, actually.
Clemson's got a decent block on that, dropping it down into the middle. Joe's there, but Peter takes it off him. There's another chance in the middle for the Goofy Goobers here. It's nicely defended and taken downfield by Jaded.
Close call there for Goofies. Joe there with the infield pass, but Jaded just turning a little bit too slow. Hard to see that pass for him at that point.
He might have a chance here, puts it down, but looks like it's Joe got that one very well. Put it back into the middle. Fortunately, sends it way too far out. Unable to make the best of that shot, I'm afraid.
Feels like the pace of the game is rising slowly but steady.
Yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
the players are getting into this more and more.
A nice attempt from Toasty. Almost got a decent redirect, but unfortunately we stopped. Another solid save for Joe. Bit of a mistouch by Jaded, but I think they've got it covered this time. Jaded's on this one, trying to put it in the middle for his team. It's high,
Ooh.
but I don't know if Toasty's on it, trying to get another touch. It's defended again by Jaded.
Yeah, and Toasties might just let the clock run down to 0 seconds, as we'll still in the 2-0 lead for the Goofy Goobers. And if the ball drops to the ground now, we have settled the first game of this series. And there it is.
Well, it
Peta
looked like
just
Reading
dunking the
employees
ball.
were trying everything they could to keep it up, but they just entirely denied on that one. And the first game goes to the Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, I guess like the players might be feeling a little insecure, you know, just like casting with a fresh new guy at your side. Same thing for the players here, as we're casting Goofy Goobers as a German team from the German League UEG, where this retail plays on the British League. And well, watching the stats, the Goofy Goobers show up very dominant with 9 shots on goal compared to 3 on the side of retail plays. For yeah, deaths on the side of retail plays, but at 9 shots, there's still a lot of attempts you have left to secure, and this looks, yeah, like Goofy's might have already thought of the way to beat retail plays at this point.
I'm not entirely sure of the ranks on here. I can check the NSE standings currently and get an idea of this.
We're definitely doing the first series of this scrims tournament in best of 3, right?
Yeah. All the matches here, I think, are supposed to be best of 3. So
we're already at match point for Goofy Goobers if they manage to take the
Indeed.
second game of the series.
we'll hit ready to start again. It looked like Regia players got a slightly more solid start, but once the Goofy Goobers had figured them out, I think it was a lot easier for them. They managed to shut them down pretty well. It's a nice little scuffle in midfield, but Jaded's going to take control this time. Can't quite get it over as Clemso takes it off him.
Clemson made it look like he had the redirect into the mid, dragged one defender.
It's well baited by him. And it looks like Booth's going to take control of it now. But unfortunately it's coming back in, and that's not the best touch. And Jaded does manage to get the redirect though, straight on top of Booth. Trying to do something else with this, but unfortunately Goofy Goobers are all over that. It's a nice little defense from It's Joe, and Toasty's trying to bring it back around. Managed to get a nice redirect, and Clemso's going to try for another attempt into middle.
Clemson absolutely missing the ball, but there's still a follow-up and he redirects it up, drags 2 defenders to the ball, but Josie's not there for the follow-up, and so here we are, retail plays, going for the other way round.
It was very
And
close
that
that
was
time around.
a close call at this
Yeah,
point.
that one too, I'm afraid. It looks like Jaded might have an opportunity here, trying to put it down, but unfortunately Booth's not able to follow. And Clemso's taking it into the middle. Neatly deflected back again.
Nice pass from Jaded there into the midfield using the
Oh,
corner, and there it is, finally pushing through. Read your place there, just too much pressure on the defense of Goofy Goobers. One nice pass from the side to after the other, and finally they made their way through Jaded, scoring the 1-0 for his team.
yeah, Booth
But
managed to get a good block, and all Jaded then had to do was redirect into the right place, making it look so simple, yet it's so hard for some of us down in the lower ranks.
Definitely retail players have shown that they are able to get some real offensive going, just like the Goofy Goobers did last game. All 3 people involved as well.
It's a nice reset from Petter, but he's not able to get another touch on that. Clemson's going to take it for him and drop it down into the hands of Jaded. So Toasty's trying to do something in the middle here.
It looks like he ran out of boost, isn't able to do much with the ball in the enemy corner.
But he's now fueled up again, and it looks good for another attempt. But Jaded once again. Jaded has been really on the defense for his team. I've seen him. He seems to be the main one getting the key clears all the time, consistently in the right place for the saves.
4 clears already here for retail plays, so Goofy Goober's defensive is still up, but they managed to not secure a goal and stay in the lead.
Oh, we're already past half time, and this time around it looks like the reading your plays are currently sitting in the lead, and Goofy Goobers are going to have to step up if they need to get an equaliser here.
Toasty with a nice block attempt just above the crossbar, but doesn't really get it. Wasn't high enough, and it's again running out of boost.
It's a nice touch, but unfortunately there was a defender in front of it, making it pinch really far past the post. There's another opportunity here as Petter puts it up for Toasty, dropping it down. Another 3-man attack, that's what we like to see, but unfortunately it was well defended. I am really enjoying watching the Goofy Goobers team plays. They seem to be consistently going 1, 2, 3 after each other, good rotation, and able to really challenge them.
Actually, I'm used to seeing the Goofy Goobers, but I'm quite surprised about what they're playing or showing us at this moment, because you know, there used to be Toasty being the upstanding talent of this team at some point, and there's an open goal just for Clemson. No!
Oh!
What is he doing? Did he just boost further the ball, try to slow it down and make it a freestyle, I don't know, ball stop goal, and oh my god,
it's
finally
an
gives this
unfortunate attempt, and Boost managed to get back in time. I'm not entirely sure what happened on the other side. Unfortunately, I had the camera the wrong way around.
Yeah, I think the Goofy Goobers are just playing by what they're feeling. At least that was what the attempt from Clemson there looked like.
Indeed. It's a nice defense from Toasty there, and he's going to carry it out for his team. Looks like Clemson's trying to challenge the next one. But once again, Joe has control, sending it into Booth into the middle. Nicely defended. I like that little corner pinch, keeping it
I don't know
away from the enemy.
if Toasty saw Clemson there on the other side, but it was also a nice pass defensive-wise, not only good clear.
But we've got 10 seconds left here, and it looks like reading your plays are in the lead. Can Goofy Goobers pull off something miraculous in the last few seconds? Unfortunately, no. Jaded puts it down, and that makes it 1-1. We like a close game. We really do.
Yeah, well, it's just you know, maybe a sign for both teams defending well. Statistics are very similar on both sides compared to no comparison to the last game where Goofy Goobers were just way ahead in terms of shots on goal. But this time it's 4-3. Goofy Goobers with this retail plays, and it's a very close call. Again, retail plays with a lot of saves there. Five saves just on the scoreboard, which is like one more than last game. So I think they were completely in charge of the game at this time. Wasn't okay. There was one really critical chance for Clem, so it wasn't even a chance. He had to score that, but he messed that up. I don't even know why. I think he got. Did he get further in front of the ball?
I couldn't quite see from mine, but it may have been. He may have had a slightly rough landing, making him bobble when he was going for the next hit, and that sort of thing can really mess up your pacing, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, so we're 1-2. Aren't we actually 1-1 in this series?
Yep.
Okay.
We're equal on one game apiece, and this is the final one because we're doing best of threes this evening. So.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the Goofy Goobers just want to make this a little more competitive. Anyway, we're heading into game 3 of this series, and I'm very curious about this, how this will turn out.
A little bit of friendly rivalry. I'm gonna place my bets on reading your plays. I feel like they were a lot better in the last one. They got a good handle on it now.
I definitely can tell you that the Goofy Goobers already choked or gave some wins or goals away by their attitude, just as they did last game. I think it's just their thing sometimes. Hopefully they can get rid of it
Yeah, well,
fast
if
enough.
they can get back to their consistent defense and offensive pressure of the first round, then then reading your plays could definitely be in a lot of trouble for this one. It looks like Peter's got that. He's going to put it into the corner and over to the middle. Unfortunately, no follow-up. It's a nice shot from Jaded, but Peters comfortably saves it. And it looks like Peter's going to get another chance on this one, sending it into the middle for Clemso. Can't get it past. He has two defenders on his goal side.
Yeah, Jaded and Booth both contested to the defense just in front of the goal, but anyway, they make it through and don't get punished for the double commit at that point.
Yeah, that's always a worrying thing when it's this fast paced. A single double commit can absolutely ruin the team. Some nice little touch from Booth there. Not able to get another one to send it back into the middle, but looks like Peter's gonna. Oh no, that's. Oh, again, a bit of a double commit there, but nothing came of it, so they were able to hold out.
Oh, that is very dangerous. Toasty just not having enough boost to follow his own shot up there. Bounced straight from the roof.
It was very good, but as you said, he ran out of boost, leaving Booth in the correct position to just take the ball off him. Some nice touch from It's Joe, putting it past one, but it's then taken back off him by Peter, so.
So this series and all of the games look to me like both teams are very high and similar in terms of you know, just techniques.
Well, from what I've heard, both leagues have sort of even number of very good teams, but we're a lot larger, and so we have a lot of worse teams. So, you know. Oh,
oh, and they see it. Peter comes up with Toasty, just puts it to the corner. Peter's up there for the redirect and reads it so well. That is
absolutely perfect.
Just in the top left corner, and it gives his team the lead.
Yeah, just hitting half time, able to get the first goal, putting the pressure now on the side of reading your plays, having to make the more offensive pushes to make up for it.
That was just an insane shot. I think there were 3 people on the blue side defending the goal, but no, nothing you can do about that one. Jaded here with a very patient fake plays.
Looks like Toasty's managed to get it past all 3 so far. And he continue it into the middle. He manages to get a nice demo, but can't quite find net yet. Peter puts it into the middle for his team. And Joe manages to get it out again.
And that was a close call as well. I think it was Jaded there with a very questionable defense there, leaving the ball for Toasty, almost getting another scored on as well again. Sorry, but as we're speaking of, Jaded comes through here, very fast play. Booth trying to demo Toasty, the last defending player, and the pass play just turns out for Jaded to be in front of the goal alone and just putting it in with the equalizer 1-1. 1 minute 33 seconds to go at this point.
Yeah, it looked for me. I could see a couple of the Goofy Goobers were just a little too far out for that one, and Jaded was able to get a nice touch, finish it, and Booth finds one through the middle of 2 defenders.
Yeah, just 12 seconds after the kickoff, Jaded there with a very good contest, 2 very good contests, gets it above 2 defenders, and Toasty's just too late to deny Booth's shot on goal there, and it's the lead. So fast after the equalizer, and that must feel good for Retail Plays at this point.
That's got to be really hard. The game's just turned in within 20 seconds of play. The game has turned entirely the other way, and now Goofy Goobers are the ones playing catch up instead.
Booth caught a bit off guard there.
like Clemson is going to take this. Nice challenge into the middle. He's trying a decent aerial dribble. Drops it down. Peter gets a shot. Oh, that was incredibly close, just off the
Yeah, nice shot delay from Clemson there in the air, but Toasty just again without boost. I don't know, maybe he's just forcing it too much to get around the map faster.
Yeah, it's unfortunate in 3v3s if you're going to, you have to use a lot of flips to keep your speed up, because otherwise you'll run out of boost very quickly, and especially against these high-paced opponents, that's quite a hard thing to deal with. Another shot comes in from Jaded, easily defended by Clemso. Gets a nice touch onto Toasty. But
Yeah, Goofy Goobers are trying a lot of infield passes just right in front of their own goal, almost getting punished for that, but they still manage to defend the very close balls. And again, it looks very close.
Looks like Toasty's got a final chance here. He does. He puts it in the goal off the corner.
Yeah,
Absolutely
nice.
beautiful shot.
A nice dribble and flick, beautiful transition there, taking the ball from the right, and oh, it wasn't even the late flick, he just jumped, waited a second, boosted the ball a bit higher, and then flicked it
looked like
up.
he was very close to being knocked out by Booth there, so he managed to get the timing almost perfect on that one.
Yeah, very nice flick indeed. And this is going to be overtime in the first series of the day we're casting, so...
This is, yeah, this is what we like to see. We got an overtime for the third game in a best of 3. First match. Oh my word.
And Clemso again.
That. It's a nice shot from Clemso. I was expecting Jaded to get that, but unfortunately it was just a little bit off.
Yeah, just to let you know, we're in the UEG, we're like the masters of the caster curse, so if we say, yeah, we have a nice overtime in game 3 of our best of 3 series, it's definitely instantly getting destroyed. But yeah, Clemso just putting that in almost as well as Petter. Scott, his redirector, in the air, just well shot. And yes, 9 shots and goal for the Goofy Gurus, while there are only 4 on the side of retail place. So it looks like, it didn't felt too much like it, but it looks like Goofy Gurus were very dominant in an offensive way this game again.
Yeah, they've done really well.
Yeah, it looked to me like retail place had them really dragged into their own half, but well, yeah, they managed out to get very few times maybe, but yeah, very effective in the all. Nice execution from Petter and Clemson there in the air, and a deserved win overall, I guess, even though it was a very close match and a nice series.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. I was loving the quality of play we were seeing non-stop. It was just, unfortunately, at the end there, Clemson got a good shot, and none of the defenders had enough boost or were in the right place to take it off him, which just ended the game straight away.
Yeah, nice stuff. So I think since we started a little delayed compared to the other teams, so do we still go for a small break at this point?
We can do. I presume the other teams will be ready to go, though. We can just go into the next one, unless you would like, unless you're really bothered about a break.
Yeah, I'm not bothered at all. I can go Rocket League all day.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Best esport. Okay, so we've got Engine Impulse and Car Football going for the next one.
Oh, that's nice. I'm happy I'm about to cast the Bingen game as well, because it's one of my favorite teams in our own league. They're known for their very physical playstyle, the raw vitality of the small man. Let's say it like this. No, but it's a team that I've always seen playing very well with each other. It's not like there's someone significantly higher in skill cap, I'd say, but they completely do well as a team. So yeah,
that's cool. Right, let's let me just redo the lobby. We got a we've got Binge and Impulse.
Pension Impulse.
Engine Impulse. I can't spell. That's my
No, I just said that for fun. It just sounds so funny in English. Bingen, and so different. Bingen. in German, you know, it's not so aggressive. It's just typical language
Yeah, yeah, fair
issue.
enough. Ah, right, okay. So I
Car Football
think,
Gang,
yeah,
definitely a
yeah.
nice team name.
All right, let me
So
find the scrim sheet. I need to find out. So yeah, we got Car Football Gang. Here we go.
yeah, just go ahead, take your time. So Car Football Gang known in your league, or
They've been doing decently well, but they are only in regionals rather than nationals. So they haven't made it to the they haven't made it to quite the top set of teams yet. I'm not sure whether they're in Newcastle, so they're in the top. I can have a look at where they actually are. Let's have a look. Yeah, it should be
so it
somewhere
sounds
around
like
here.
we might potentially see a very close series again, which I definitely appreciate and like.
Yeah, so the Car Football Gang are sitting right near the top of the Northern League currently. So they have another chance of promotion this week, I'll presume. They may or may not get in. There's quite a few good teams sitting at the top there, so
Well, yeah, Bingen in our leagues are also having definitely a harder time at this moment because we just started our Rocket League like last semesters of our universities, and this time in the new league and with new teams coming in, Bingen definitely has a harder spot to secure like in the midfielders league because yeah, the average skill cap or playstyle of our teams just got so dangerous and so impressive that it's just hard to compete with.
okay. Yeah, fair enough. Well, you get some I mean, watching the Bath Rubber Duckies in particular, they were very good last week. They only just got into nationals that week, but they crushed it in the scrims competition we had, and I think they got probably seeded a lot lower than they should have in the end. They had a bit of a rough seeding period. So
Yeah, okay.
okay, so I'm about to set up the lobby. I'll get you back in the party first, so that makes it easier. There we go.
Yeah, you're right about that. So let me leave party on my screen since I had a unexpected disconnect last time before I join again, and there I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
in the
Okay,
party.
nice.
Here we go again. Series 2 of this evening, this beautiful evening, with decent Rocket League. We already saw it in Series 1. A heads up from both teams.
Yep, we're just sending them out now. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how good Binge and Impulse are. You're saying they seem to be quite a good team in this, so we may or may not see a bit of a bias on this one.
Well, it's also hard to tell based on what happened on the first 2 days of our league at the moment because Bingen definitely had some hard matchups, and I don't think they secured a single series win at this point. But well, yeah, they also had very rough. Damn, I'm lacking the word. They had a very rough spot and teams to play against, and well, I hope they are not mentally like lured or frightened by how it went for them so far, and just take it, you know, to fresh league and serious at this point, and just keep up the, in my opinion, a very nice playstyle they used to play.
Indeed, indeed. Right. Well, it seems we've got the teams in. We're ready to go. So we are all ready for the second best of three here.
Yeah, as almost everyone took his spot in his team. We're heading into the second series of this evening, as Galaxy with a tremendous kickoff win at the point.
So this is a game between Bingin Impulse and the Car Football Gang. So the Car Football Gang are currently sitting right near the top of the Northern League, not the National, but they have a very good chance of getting in again. It's a nice attempt there, but it's taken away by Penna very comfortably. It looks like there's a shot here.
Yeah, Ravi, I think that was Ravi and Penna both being there in the front, if I'm not wrong. Both just forcing the contest into the goal. Galaxy didn't even have a chance to just defend this at that point.
Just
So
pushed the ball straight through and unable to do anything with that.
yeah, I'd say the Car Football Gang was pressuring Bingen very hard until that point of the game, but one single good clear just put the Car Football Gang out of position at that point.
Looks like there might be another attempt here though, and Jeff and Galaxy both fighting to get it in the middle, but Stormhunter takes it away and back out again, and Penna with another clear straight towards the middle of the Car Football Gang's box.
Oh, that's not a gameplay I'd like to see from Bingen. That double commit, almost pinching the ball into his own goal, into their own goal. Sorry.
Looks like Penna's going to have this down towards the net. Jeff gets a good defense, but they may be able to follow this one up. Just over the top of Stormhunter. Penna once again with another clear. And Jeff takes control.
Dangerous attempt from Stormhunter at that point.
It's
not cancelling his aerial.
Yeah.
If he made it through, that would have been an own goal for sure.
Yeah. It looks like the ball's been left in the midfield a bit. Allows Jeff to pick it up. Tries to get it across, but it's defended well, and comes back out from the Bingen Impulse box. So Jeff got a nice redirect there, and it's followed up beautifully by Yu. Perfectly placed onto the top of Yu's car, who gets a long shot straight over the top of the defenders.
Jeff simply took all the time he needed on that clear, just directly from the backboard, and a long, slow aerial dragging, the Bingen players just to contest his aerial and being punished for that almost instantly afterwards, as Yu just got through and scores the equalizer.
That's just an absolute example of good teamwork there. He placed it on top of his own man, and it looks like Galaxy's going to get another one here. Not entirely sure what happened on this one.
Yeah, I think there was simply just like two misses. First Stormhunter misses, and I think afterwards it was Ravi thinking about Stormhunter hitting the ball at the backward, but he didn't, and then being caught off guard and missing as well. And so fast, just directly after the equalizer, it's just 2-1 for the Car Football Gang.
Yeah, that's once again a very quick turnaround, like we saw in the last best of three there between the teams we had on before. The Goofy Goobers and Reading Your Plays. Just within a few seconds, get the goal and then get another one off the kickoff. Completely turn the tables on your opponents. Looks like Jeff's got that out again, but it's nicely deflected into the middle by Ravi. It looks like an opportunity here for Jeff. He takes it over and he does get it in. Unfortunately, the ball rolled slightly too far behind Stormhunter. He wasn't able to then catch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was. I think Ravi wanted to contest it right at the ceiling and should have rotated back. Stormhunter just doing the half flip backwards, but couldn't make it back in time. And that's a tough lead. 2 minutes left in the game just for the Car Football Gang at this point.
I think that's the first time we've seen more than a one-goal lead, actually, though. I think everything's been within one goal so far for the other teams, so...
That's true. I think Bingen overall looks a bit frightened in this series. I've not seen much of their physical gameplay. They used to force a lot.
Yeah, well, they seem to be trying to put up a good fight, but it looks like the Car Football Gang have just found their stride at the moment, and they're just giving it attempt after attempt, giving up no pressure whatsoever in this game.
Yeah. Jeff Also almost just barely missing the 4-1 lead at this point. As Ravi drags the ball midfield, tries to give a pass for Penna, who just turns around, showing does not have the boost to finish this off.
It was a nice attempt there, but unfortunately none of them could quite reach the correct position. It was just slightly too fast on all ends. It's dropped in beautifully by Galaxy, able to get a good deflect and just force it into the goal.
I like UEG players already writing in the chat about Bingen choke impulse.
Well, they're in a bit of a rough one, but they're getting their eye on their opponents, and they're going to turn it around in the next one. That's what I reckon. Looks like Yu's got another goal here, though. Oh, no, he manages to take it just into the wall, unable to turn in time.
And also the car football gang turns the physical playstyle I expected to see from Bingen around.
It's a cheeky little demo there. Fortunately,
Yeah,
at the time, it didn't seem to make much difference, but when it's sitting in front of you, it's very tempting. It has to be said.
Yeah, the car football gang looks very solid in the first game of the series. Just pressuring Bingen permanently.
I have to say, I was unsure about how well Car Football Gang would be able to do, but they're really showing that they have a good solid team composition and tempo all around, I think. And that's down for the first game. It's for the Car Football Gang.
Yes, and that was an impressive lead, 4-1 for the car football gang versus Bingen Impulse here at this point, and looks like Ravi's having kind of high ping, but yeah, the car football gang very dominant for this whole game. I think they managed to secure like 2 or 3 goals until they had a solid lead, and then they were trying to pull off just almost every offensive chance and play they had, with a couple misses, but well, if you have that solid lead, you're just free to do whatever you want, so to say. And here's 10 shots on goal for car football gang. I think that's even more than the Goofy Goofers managed to achieve in the last game, compared to 4 on the start of Bingen Impulse. So yeah, very dominant playstyle here from the car football gang, and impressive offensive.
They did seem to be a little more defensive at first, but once they got on the upper hands, they started giving it attempt after attempt and not letting up any pressure whatsoever. And it was just really hard for Bingen to deal with at that point. Complete onslaught with I would say not much regard for defense, but I suppose when you're that far ahead, it doesn't really matter too much. So you can just keep going, and maybe drop one occasionally, but it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, well, Bingen Impulse had 7 saves on the scoreboard, and it still didn't change anything. 4-1 is still an impressive lead and an impressive score to end the game with. So I'm curious about Bingen, about if Bingen will catch up in terms of pace and definitely defensive-wise, because I think I've seen like many miscommunications. Storm Hunter looking to being a bit inconsistent last game, leaving balls for the last defender playing it of the side of Bingen. Most likely Ravi was catched off guard by that, and I think it happened like at least twice. So Bingen looking a bit nervous in this first game of the series, I think.
Yeah. Well, it definitely looked like it was going the way of the car football gang, but we'll see what happens here in the next one.
Yeah, definitely. So, I think players are asking.
Oh, sorry. I did expect him. Sorry, I'd sort of expected him to start it. I didn't realize they're waiting on the almighty casters to give their pick.
Almighty casters, the word of the casters. No, but we don't have that much production value today. Anyway, I guess we're just having high Rocket League value, and the gameplay.
I have to say we've got some quality content straight from the players here, and it looks like an early chance. Ravi putting it straight across. Right, Jeff putting it.
Yeah, it didn't even look like an early chance. It looked like Jeff putting pass to whoever is there because you and Jeff, Galaxy, sorry, no, Jeff, were just both there to secure that. No defender left for Bingen 30 seconds into the game, and they can't leave their goal open like that.
But Jeff may have another chance here. Nicely defended by Ravi this time and still just missing the aerial. Ravi's able to get it out again. Bit of a shock there to start the game with such an early goal. Then again, it was quite an early goal for the side of Engine Impulse in the last one. They got their goal first. They managed to hold that for about a third of the match anyway.
A nice clear for Stormhunter at the point, and very needed, but it doesn't matter at all. Just simply takes it from the ceiling, gives it a straight shot on goal, and it's enough to just put it in. Penna caught off guard, didn't manage to catch that. And I think that's just, the consequence of Ravi and Stormhunter again double committing in the defense. And they have to, just kill this game behavior to make things going in their way, I think.
I think they're very much on the back foot now. They need to do a bit more of an all or nothing. Try to just push out, make some more plays. Having said that, that long shot is exactly what opened. Risky plays is exactly what opens for the long shot. Close attempt. Quite find it. Penna managed to get it out.
Yeah, also very nice touch from you, keeping that ball directly in front of the enemy goal with that low amount of speed.
Take again by the car football gang, and they get a. Jeff gets a double touch on the wall. I'm not sure whether Galaxy's touch was entirely necessary. But,
yeah,
a nice
Bingen
attempt
simply
nonetheless.
look completely obliterated at this point. Not really able to just. Oh my God! Car football getting 8 shots on goal already. Not even halfway through the game. They're just putting so much pressure on, and I think Bingen simply can't deal with this, especially with that double commits defensive wise. It's just too hard.
Looking very rough. I was really hoping that they'd be able to come out a lot stronger this game, but so far it's been even more dominant car football gang. Still time they can turn this around.
Yeah, sadly it turns out for Bingen not only they have hard matchups in their own series. Also here Penna now with a nice attempt, but Jeff doesn't hesitate to just simply clear it away, and we're already back in the Bingen half of the field.
I like that attempt. It was well made in terms of team play and playing off each other well, but unfortunately Jeff was all in the right place, and the shot that came through in the end wasn't strong enough. Nice little fake there by Jeff, and team play between Jeff and Galaxy managed to put it into the net.
Yeah, as I said, and again, before Ravi, Penna was dragged to the ball and completely missed, and then Ravi was just faked, and there was just one defending player left on the side of Bingen, 2 attackers, and yeah, it's just hard to deal with that offense that car football gang brings up in this series.
Currently looking pretty decisive on the side of car football gang. You with another chance. Ravi nicely defending out of the corner. And a decent shot to follow up Ravi's attempt there, but not able to get it past Galaxy.
Yeah, nice midfield pass in the first place, and also quite good pickup from Penna there to bring it on the goal, but simply didn't have enough power to make that a dangerous shot. But this one looks dangerous and very well done from Penna. Stormhunter takes it from the ceiling. Oh no, it wasn't Stormhunter, it was Penna. I was right in the first place. Just takes it from the ceiling, beautiful midfield pass right in front of the goal, and Stormhunter simply takes it before the last enemy defender could do anything about it. And we have a 4-1 lead again.
Really good positioning, and hopefully this provides a bit of change of pace needed for Bingen Impulse to get back into the game here. Nice attempt by Storm Hunter. Kind of not able to get on the end, but Ravi's putting it in the middle. Storm Hunter with another pass. Dangerously
Oh.
close. Partially in goal there.
That was not even a last second. That was on last instant. Whatever the amount of time in that instant was just very, very, very dangerous.
So close, but
Directly
Jeff
after the
just getting back in time. Superhuman save. Nicely taken by Penna.
What actually happened there? It looked like did he simply fake him?
It looked like a bit of a fake. Thought he may have think he was going for a flat shot, but no. Jeff was slightly too far over on the ball, and Penna saw the opportunity, took a decent shot, and that brings us to 2-4. Starting to climb back into this, starting to look more dominant than they have previously. Nice pass by Ravi.
And maybe
Other
they're trying
attempts.
exactly what you mentioned in a way of, you know, force it more offensively because they're already so far behind. They just have to bring up the goals.
Yeah, when it's this far behind, you have to just try and push the offense. No point defense. Let it slip even further out of your reach. But they seem to be doing a nice job so far. Another attempt for able to get.
In
whiffs
the
in a
last
row.
seconds, the last amount of boost is used, just trying to clear everything away as hard as they can, but it doesn't matter in the end.
They're still keeping it up, but unfortunately, either way, Cal Football Gang have this victory. I think Engine Impulse looking for some extra satisfaction here. They're doing well to keep it up. They may actually get a chance, but no, it just drops just in front of Ravi, unable to follow that up, and so they are taking this game.
Yes, and to be honest, after seeing the first game of the series, this is a result kind of expected. Car Football Gang just looking really strong. And the offensive pressure was just too much to handle with Tobingen, I guess, and especially with their double commits from Ravi and Stormhunter defensive wise, they just couldn't deal with all they got confronted with.
Yeah, well, I was very happy to see the plays that they were making in the sort of second half of the game. There, started to bring it back. It was looking very dire at mid-time, but half-time, sorry, but they kept the pressure on and they managed to get themselves a couple of goals. It's a shame they weren't able to bring that out a little earlier and contest this more. Would have liked to have seen some more of their team plays earlier in the game, maybe.
Yeah, and also, like you mentioned, I think the synergy between Jeff and Galaxy, just the dual mechanics, they, forced to
Yeah, they've had a very
unravel on the enemy team. I'm just lacking the right term again, but you know, just they just bring up so much pace, and I always like to see like strong duos even in a 3v3 matchup as well, because well, it's still very nice to even just see two players in 3v3 game, um, yeah, bringing the enemy team in such an insecure spot they barely can deal with. So
indeed they were very good at playing off each other, and I think one thing that the Car Football Gang definitely had down was just getting it in front of goal and forcing it past the defenders. They seem to get so many of those, and those can be hard in their own. They are hard in their own respects. So that was well played by them.
definitely it was. So I'm not completely sure about how the parallel games happened so far, and if we are even able to continue on without having a break.
It looks. I think they're ready to go again. It's up to you. If we want to have a quick pause, we can do that. That's perfectly fine. But it looks like they're ready to go again. All yours.
I
No
don't care at
pressure.
all. Let's not. No, take away the not. Let's hesitate. Just go for the third series of this evening, in my opinion. But also, same counts for you if you want to
No,
just.
that's perfectly fine. And it looks like for the third game today, we've got two English teams this time. It's Aberystwyth, well, Scottish, and the Car Football Gang again. So we'll see how well they do this time around.
Oh, was this the team name that Crafty and I used used to spell in the Discord voice chat before because it's so hard?
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, Aberystwyth is. Oh no! Sorry, that was Loughborough, I think, wasn't it?
Ah, yeah,
No,
Loughborough. Okay.
Aberystwyth is. It's not Scottish, sorry. It's Welsh. Oh, I've just offended a lot of people.
Do you
Um,
just ignore the the Y at the end? How is this word called?
it's you get Aber. That's how it looks, and then It's Ryswyth. Welsh pronunciation is hard for us,
Oh my God!
let
But
alone people who don't have English as their first language.
why is there a Y at the end? I mean, it's not even pronounced in any way.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of sort of silent letters and stuff on that one, I think. So let me just find the team from Aberystwyth. Okay, so it's ACOG. And we will just do that. ACOG. That makes it. You can call them. What's that? ACOG instead if you want. That makes it easier.
ACOG is totally fine. I can definitely spell 4 letters.
Yeah, definitely easier on that one. Right, let's have a look. Okay. So wait, Jeffy is Car Football Gang. Same lobby again. Okay. Wait,
So
wait
are
until
we
this goes up.
actually going to see car football gang as well in this series?
Yeah. So it's Aberystwyth versus Car Football Gang. So the people we just saw play. And I'm just getting the lobby to Aberystwyth at the moment.
Aberystwyth in the Twitch chat. I'm curious about that will happen now, just right in front of our eyes. Well, do you know if ACOG is known for any kind of gameplay, or it's just something typical about this team?
Let us check the rankings again. This is so ACOG are national. So yeah, the national is the top teams for us, and then we have two sort of split between North and South leagues underneath that, and yeah, the Car Football Gang are sitting right at the top of the Northern League, and they have a good chance of getting promoted. But ACOG are in the National League, and I cannot find them. Where are they? I say they're in the National League. I can't see them on the standings at the moment.
Oh, ACOG, you should, yeah, keep maybe just joining and rejoining this game at this point.
Wait, the timer hasn't actually started, or has it? Oh yeah, okay, it has. Right, give us a sec. Did someone join by accident? Sorry. Gonna have to redo real quick. I need everyone out of the lobby as well, because I can't.
Yeah, definitely you have to rehouse at the point.
Right.
They couldn't wait to get into this series.
They were so eager. They're ready for this. Well, it says Aberystwyth are in the National League. I can't quite see what position they are at the moment. So technically they should be seeded above Car Football Gang, but Car Football Gang have been looking very good tonight. So
that's true. You know, I have no comparison to go with, but they definitely looked strong the last series I've seen. I can compare them with Bingen Impulse, but yeah, as I said, Bingen also has a very rough spot in our first league in the UEG at the moment. So I definitely think of very strong teams at this point. And if you call the national segment, there will be definitely strong teams as well. And yeah, I think Car Football Gang had a pretty easy role on the Bingen last time, because there were some miscommunications defensive-wise, and I wonder if ACOG will be more structured in terms of defensive this game, and if they just can counter this offensive pressure from the car gang we've seen last game.
Indeed. And it looks like we're all ready to go here, so we're just waiting on the lobby timer to start. And here we go into the first game between ACOG from Aberystwyth and Car Football Gang, who we saw last game against Bingin Impulse.
And finally, some dominance players. I like that.
It's like Skyline is trying to get an early lead on this, taking it into the enemy box. Unable to follow up in time though, I'm afraid. And you with a nice attempt into the middle, but Skyline has got that again, I'm afraid. Taking off him though. Miadek to follow that up. It's back in the hands of the Car Football Gang.
Ooh. That's a double commit I've seen again last game, and again it's punished. Look at this. How's this possible? Oh, Skyliner there just forcing his touch onto the ball. He did see. I think he saw my deck all the way he was going from the goal to the ball, but didn't even change his mind. And yeah, that's a double commit they can't really put on today. Versus the Car Football Gang looking so strong offensive wise, I think.
They've been able to punish absolutely everything that the enemy has done wrong from what we've seen so far, which is really good to see. It looks like Skyliner is going to get this over. Gets another touch himself. That's a beautiful shot from Skyliner. Unfortunately, it's just off the post.
Ooh, I definitely thought that was in. It was a nice flick with the back of his car. But
Yeah,
no follow-up there.
And over the defender and a follow-up flick, but not quite there. Down from Jeff to you. Unfortunately, unable to follow, and Skyline is going to take this out himself.
Yeah, Jeff and Galaxy again going for that impressive offensive playstyle as they are. And nice block from Jeff here. Skyliner would have gotten a very strong clear, I guess, but gets blocked in the first place there.
Huh.
It looks like if we just start with the same words. Okay,
yeah,
that's also nice classic. Yeah, I want to say it looks like ACOG is, you know, just trying to get a taste on what Car Football Gang is actually doing.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with you on that one. They are still trying to figure him out, playing maybe a little more defensively. Seen some nice attempts from Skyliner though so far. Don't know. Fortunately, my camera for Simply Fenton seems to be quite zoomed in compared to the others. I'm not entirely sure why.
No way! What?
Oh my word!
The redirect from the backboard there from actually, I think
Jeff
it was
again.
Jeff. Nice backflip at the point.
And
it was
you managed to knock the defender into it just to make sure it was going in.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice shot. I think my deck had no chance to secure that ball at all.
It's a touchdown from you, and Jeff's going to get it into the middle for Galaxy. Unable to quite get there, and this could be a chance for ACOG. Fortunately, it's well defended. Nice defense from Miadek. So Fenton's going to take that. I think the zoom is on Fenton's end, actually. I think he's playing incredibly zoomed in, and I'm not sure why. So you can set all your camera settings in options, of course, but Fenton seems to have his camera like all the way on top of his car almost. It's very strange.
Oh, so you think he's not playing with ball cam at the moment?
No. He's still playing with ball cam. It's just the position of the camera. You can set how far away from your car it sits normally, and he set it so it's like right on his bumper, so it's really hard to see around him.
I sure about it. If I switch from Skyliner to my deck to Fenton, then my deck and Skyliner have a ball cam on for me, but Fenton simply doesn't.
Okay. May or may not be a glitch on this end, but okay. No, it seems. Yeah, no. When he's just driving around normally, it seems to be very, very zoomed in for me.
Yeah, this looks indeed very strange. Is he just letting someone else play on his account. It looks really strange. What we're seeing right there.
But either way, it looks like Skyline has got a nice touch there. Still 1 minute to go, but still only a 2-goal lead. They could easily take this with a couple of good sweeps. It's like they may have another opportunity, but no, hesitating slightly there, and I think just letting them take stuff that they maybe shouldn't have had a chance to take in the first place.
I really wonder what is going on there with Fenton at that point. So low on the scoreboard, and he's not actually really participating in the game here.
He may or we're talking about a couple of the really good teams having subs this week. They may be one of them. Fenton may be one of their subs instead, because NSE being on the Tuesday for us, that's our standard game time. It looks like Car Football Gang are going to take the first one here. That's nicely done. Solid victory.
Yes. I wondered why ACOG looked so. Yeah. I don't know how to call it. They really looked.
They were very. I think the word is apprehensive. They're just sort of sitting in front of it, letting the enemy team take a lot of these challenges, not really pressuring as they should be. I think they needed to have a little more confidence in their own 50-50s.
Yeah, let's assume Fenton is a sub at this point, or maybe the ACOG lads just looked for the player for the tournament. I don't know, but I think especially in that case, it's hard for my deck and Skyline to predict what save they have to go for and what they can simply leave for. You know, for example, Fenton or just another player of their team. So that makes it really hard for them to actually deal with the Card Football Gang offensive. And again, it's Jeff and Galaxy coming on the scoreboard here. Both scoring, and yeah, it's the statistics are speaking for itself.
Yeah, no, it was very solid play, and I think the thing is, even if you have a sub on your team, then it's still quite hard to play with them. You're not used to their sort of play style. You know, you have to play around them a little bit. Whereas when you play with the one team consistently, you learn how they work, you keep going, and you're able to make more instinctive plays rather than having to rely on your reactions instead.
Yeah, and we're definitely missing a player right now, aren't we?
No, it looks like we're all good actually.
Oh, my interface
Fenton may have had a bit of lag on that one, but
yeah,
seems to be all good now.
Don't mind me at all.
Perfectly all right. Keeping up this pressure, but it looks like ACOG are giving a solid rotation on this, not letting them have a chance here.
Yeah, and just 30 seconds into the game, we're almost spending all of the time in the blue half of this field. So, Card Football Gang coming out strong again, just forcing the play onto the enemy team.
Yeah. As I said in the last one, I definitely underestimated them. They've been performing very well despite technically not being one of the top teams. They've been showing good cohesion and just making solid plays all around.
What did Galaxy and Jeff do just right there? That didn't look like any synergy, but anyway, you takes it off the ceiling. Almost
yeah.
A nice
Miadek's taking it off both of his players there. Not entirely sure about that one, I have to say. Okay, free bounce in front of the ACOG goal, but no one able to take it, so thankfully they get saved on that account.
Yeah, I gotta say it's really hard to deal with this in a kind of 2v3 situation. I think this is the first time Fenton made contact to the ball with this clear. Very important one though.
It did seem like he was getting taken off it a little bit by Miadek earlier, but even so, I haven't seen very much of his play at all through these games, so it's like Galaxy's got that covered, and Jeff's going to follow it up. Unfortunately, not quite able to, and it's a nice shot from Skyliner, bouncing just over the head of. Not sure who was defending that one.
And they managed to score first
Galaxy.
Anyway. I think who missed there right there with a challenge to Skyliner.
Yeah.
Sam was on top but missed slightly, and Skylander put it through anyway with a nice angle.
It looked like you was up for it, and Galaxy was the one sitting just below the ball, but it was a beautiful shot anyway. Let's take it into the lead for ACOG. Might be able to get a game here. They're looking very behind at the start and last game, but they seem to be suddenly putting on the pressure and maybe worrying the car football gang a little bit here.
Yeah, I think it might also be the car football gang, you know, just playing a bit sloppy or going for sloppy plays, let's put it like that. Double committing in the offensive, which they didn't show up very much before. So maybe they think of this series as an easy win, and there goes another nice pass from you at this point, and Jeff just with the execution before the last defender of the enemy team Myodek at this point could do anything about it. So in slightly less than the half of the game still up, we are already equalized.
It's a very cheeky touch by Skyliner there. Looked like I'm not sure it was on kickoff, but he just didn't quite go for it. But fortunately, you got there to defend it.
You just trying to take it from the backboard to get a pass out of it. Doesn't manage to. Ooh, and this looks like a really dangerous shot, and my deck just puts it in.
That's nicely angled. Not much power, but it doesn't need it because the defender's too far away from it. And he's just got it into the corner of the net. Nicely placed, and that puts ACOG back into the lead.
So let's see if they can maybe just try to defend this lead to the last second. I don't know if going for an even larger lead is the the kind of play they should be aiming for.
They have to be very careful here against a team of this quality. They've got to make sure they play both their defense and offense challenges very, very closely. Because one small slip up could cost them, and that nearly did, bouncing off the inside of the post. I think very close there. Another great shot from Miadek.
Yeah, there we go. They are doing what I just said they should not do. Miadek just with a high shot from the right, just puts it above the last defender of the car football gang in any way. And yeah, even though the car football gang is like twice the shots on goal compared to the enemy team.
Ooh.
And speaking of it, again, right we go. You from the kickoff. What exactly happened there, Jeff? Just with a nice contest, my deck caught off guard and
yeah, Jeff won the kickoff really well, and you was just in the right place afterwards, leading him to pull one up. But thankfully, because of Miadek's goal a second ago, that doesn't quite spell an equaliser yet. You're gonna have to try harder for another one. It's a nice attempt by Jeff, but slightly off and unable to put it in, and you just forcing it in with multiple shots there against the crossbar.
Yeah, you just directly going for his second goal with an interesting looking flick at that point. Turns his car by 180 degrees and then side flicks and just hits the ball twice and puts it to the upper right corner of the goal.
It's very interesting, but
what a shot indeed.
If it's in the goal, that's all that matters, I'm afraid. So
if it's in the goal, it was calculated.
Indeed. Everything you do is calculated in Rocket League. You can't let your enemies think you don't know what you're doing.
Jeff here with nice preparation. Just puts it above two defenders and puts it with a very hard shot to the sideboard to get it back to the mid, but no follow-up there.
There's another couple of decent attempts for ACOG, and Miadek with a great save there, just putting it off the post. He's going to go up for this one again and get it out for his team. Somewhere towards the middle. The Galaxy's there for it.
Yeah, the cat football gang looks like they really want to slow down a bit and not like wasting more gold than they already have to the enemy team.
It's another very close attempt, but Skyliner gets in the right place, and Jeff just puts it down, denying the overtime with a buzzer beater and taking the series.
The contest from Skyliner didn't even look too bad, but don't think Mayodek actually made contact to the ball in the very last save he needed to do against Jeff. Just finishing this goal in the very last second with a 3-1. No, it was a 4-3 lead, right? 4-3 lead and a 2-0 in the series at all with 15 shots on goal. That's quite a lot and 4 saves. Sorry, 6 saves on the enemy side of ACOG. So it's I wonder how they managed to score that a low amount of goals, but with that shots on goal.
Indeed, indeed. They just seem to be making everyone they were doing count, and Skyline are putting in work with huge amount of saves. They're deflecting non-stop, and when they saw the opportunity, they took it. It's just a shame that the car football gang ended up taking it off them with a beautifully done, very close to the end save. Sorry, very close to the end of game shot, just past the buzzer even.
Yeah, so in the end, I think use flip shot to the upper right corner of the goal was maybe a bit lucky, but well designed shot he did there, but almost not the enemy team wasn't able to expect this shot at any point of time, I guess. And well, yeah, Jeff coming through with the last second goal, so unfortunate, but very well, yeah, put there as a pass from I think Galaxy in the first place. So a well-deserved win after all again.
Yeah, they've been really on form this time around, and it's been great to see them play. And I'm wondering how we're doing the rest of this. Seems to be there's going to be some sort of single elimination, so we'll see. We'll see how this this works and get our next match in a second here. Okay. Of course, car football gang in Newcastle.
So the car football gang, no time for break.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, they have to put their offensive pressure on.
We'll see exactly what happens. We're just trying to figure out the next round of this, because we're going into a single elimination, presumably with the top team from each group, because we split this into 4 groups this time round. So yeah, we've had A, B, C, D groups, so probably the best from each, I presume. Group, okay, maybe not. Or are we doing? There seems to be 5 rounds of round robin. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we've got 5 rounds in the round robin here instead, and okay, so we'll just get our next match in a second here.
Yeah, I have to say I'm still a little sad about the last series. Seeing my deck and Skyline, almost taking that second goal, the second match of the series, but I don't want to, talk bad about anyone, but it was really hard to versus 3 matchup. I think there with the last player just playing without ball cam, not really getting the touches he needed or his team needed in any place.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, despite being able to play so well and get so many decent touches and attempts, you still had their sort of third man there sitting on no points. I'm pretty sure he must have been a sub for them. Didn't seem to be really connecting with his teammates in that one, we have to say.
Yeah, but definitely just a shout out to Skyline and my deck at this point for equalizing the second game.
Okay, so we've
In
got our round 4 now. So we've got the Sparrows Esports ULM and facing off against Binge and Impulse again.
Ooh, cool to see Benjamin on the stream again today.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to we got to see some. There was some decent challenges in there, and I would have liked to have seen them able to do a lot more with their time. But this is both German teams this time around. So
Wait, what was the other team's name? Bingen versus?
and the Sparrows Esports ULM.
Pirates Esports?
Sparrows.
Sparrows Esports. Okay, okay. I don't know that team out of a
Okay,
UEG
on the
league.
document it says they're a German one, but we'll see. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough anyway.
Well, they can also be a random German team participating at this tournament anyway, I
True,
guess.
true.
But the name itself doesn't ring a bell in my mind. But maybe the players' names, if when they approach the field, I'm not sure. Let's just find out.
Right, let us see. Okay, right, we'll set up the lobby and we'll. Okay, you need to jump out the other lobby.
Ah, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no problem. Let us copy and paste this.
So I'm ready for next matchup.
Yep.
Just trying to connect to Twitch chat, seeing what people wrote about the series.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not much time to look at the chat in this one, but right, okay. So let me send out the messages. Last time sent out the info to both team captains this time around. And yeah, well, I was impressed by the small amount of the small number of plays we got to see Binge and Impulse pull off. They pulled off some really nice stuff in the previous one, but unfortunately they weren't obviously able to get a victory over the Car Football gang. So
Yeah, and well, as I already mentioned before, Bingen looks a little bit inconsistent in our own league in the UEG as well at the time being, but yeah, I definitely also expect them to yeah, well, get the consistency on the field in their future matchups. Just a term of definitely they have to reduce the number of double commits, especially in their defense, I guess. But
indeed,
yeah, as you already mentioned, Binge definitely is able to get some nice team plays on just with everyone participating and just having impressive pressure on the enemy defense. But yeah, they just can't bring it on the field very frequently and very consistent at this point.
yeah, I think. Oh no, okay, completely lost it.
That's no problem. Did you already message the team's leaders?
Yeah, I've messaged them both. I'm just waiting on a. Okay.
Ah, okay,
Okay,
cool.
we're
No
just
problem.
binging is slightly behind. They're just coming in a couple.
So I'm really curious about if I recognize the players' names for Sparrow's ULM.
Yeah, so let's have a look. The Sparrow, so yeah, Binge and Impulse are in your second league. Is that right?
Yeah, Benjamin Impulse are actually in our first league.
Okay, right. Sorry, it says second on here, so I'm just going by this. I'm not sure if it's entirely right because I think it was wrong for It may have been wrong for ACOG as well. So, and it says that Sparrows are second on here as well, but I'm not sure.
Okay, there are some names. Danger Uwe. Well, I don't
Oh,
really
okay. We
recognize
haven't.
those names.
Oh my! They've started again, right?
Oh no, Danger
No,
Uwe,
no, no,
what
no, no,
are
no.
you doing? Wait for the almighty word of the casters to stop the series. So yeah, I guess we have to re-host the lobby anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, right, let's just close and reopen. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, come on. I feel like
I'm not sure if the Sparrows are, a team that used to play with each other, an experienced team, so to say, or if they are just some trolls at this point. But we will see
Yeah, we'll see how well
how
they
it
do.
goes.
We'll hopefully they don't start the thing off this time around. Okay. Alright, here they come. That's the Sparrows, isn't it? We haven't seen them yet. And we're
Yeah,
just waiting on
danger, Uwe. Just be patient. Don't wait.
Come on.
But you have to enjoy this beautiful silence background sound of Rocket League when no one's playing.
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
like beautiful
yeah, I
nature.
should have. I meant to set up the music again, but I haven't done. I haven't done it this time around. Talking about getting royalty-free stuff, but the problem is because I've set up a new display thing for this stream instead. My sound is not leveled correctly, so I'm not going to throw music over the top. It might just like drown us completely out and stuff. So I'm not entirely sure where it'll be at. Okay, here we go. We got the team in. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we're starting up. We'll get this one going.
Yeah, all players on the field.
Right, okay. Kickoff here. We've seen Binge and Impulse once before. It's an interesting kickoff. Not sure how good the Sparrows are.
And neither am I, and I'm not sure if they're not Bingen, but Sparrows are actually in our second league, which we are still organizing at this point and didn't even start yet.
Oh, okay.
But they actually may be participating there.
Okay, well, I'm not. Again, I'm not very well up on how yours works, but yeah, we'll see. It looks like the pressure's currently on Binge and Impulse quite a lot. Although Ravi's got one out.
Definitely,
It seems to be
it is.
staying in the blue half, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and it was already a very close call in the last second dive from Stormhunter.
Nicely defended by Penna there, able to get it out for his team. It's a good touch off the backboard, and Ravi's going to take it again.
But the Sparrows definitely look like wanting to bring on the pressure this time. Uwe with a nice dribble. Just all around the field and flicking it just sideways.
That's a nice shot there from Syntax. He's
yeah,
taking it straight over the top of the goalie.
Stormhunter being a little bit too patient. Oh, sorry, it was Ravi. Ravi again! Oh my god.
No, I think
Thinking Stormhunter to hit the ball and actually doesn't, and then there's just Ravi being left at bad spot and takes his time to defend this ball and just gets dunked. Oh
yeah,
man.
we've definitely seen that. Oh my word! Oh no! Very close, but Penna's unable to follow up from that angle. Not getting enough speed on this. May have another chance now, but looks like they're floundering slightly at this point.
Benjamin definitely looks like wanting to equalize this as soon as possible.
And that's a bit of a bad miss, but thankfully Stormhunter's got him covered on it. And Penna's going to take it out again. That's another nice touch from Stormhunter. Can he get it into the middle for his team? Doesn't look like it. Ravi with a bit of a deflect, but not able to find a good position yet. But that might be decent for Ravi here. And he just goes past it. I've definitely seen that Binge and Impulse can pull off some good plays, but they seem to be making too many mistakes at the moment. I don't know if they're nervous or quite what's going on, but
Neither do I know, but they're definitely whiffing a bit at the moment. Especially getting not the power and the executive touches they need. Ravi now with the chance puts it to the backboard and decides to leave it for his teammates. Penna's there but can make contact.
It's a nice attempt, but Syntax is right in the way. Takes it off him, and it looks like he's going to follow this up and try and take it out.
Ravi and Penna just both smoothing the ball, leaving the ball for the enemy team, being like, just take it, it's okay, we'll deal with the offense.
It's another attempt here for Benjamin Impulse, but it's nicely defected by Prelower. I think I'm not sure how to do that one. Stormhunter with a chance here, trying to take it downfield for his team, and that's decently in the middle. Might be able to pull something off, but no. Prelower again, in the right place.
Yeah, and with a decent spider clear, putting just back to the other half of the field. Definitely giving his team the space and time they needed.
It's a bit of a cheeky demo there, but manages to get it off him. Double commit from Ravi and Stormhunter, leaving Syntax able to get it into the middle for free. Priola with a follow-up shot, take it in. I'm afraid that definitely came off the little double commit earlier. They were just both out of position after that.
Yes, definitely. And even though they double committed and both made contact with the ball, Syntax just puts it through both of them, and yeah, just brings a beautiful pass right in front of the goal. And there's a 2-0 lead, which is 1 minute to play, and this certainly does not feel good for Bingen.
It's an interesting attempt by Penna there, trying to roll it just in front of the goal. Just unable to get anything off it. It looks like a nice shot from Stormhunter. Ravi forcing the opponent's goalkeeper out there. Yeah, he's fully on Syntax, as you can see. Bumps him all the way out of the way, letting Stormhunter get a clean shot through.
That's a beautiful example of what I mentioned before, as the Bingen Impulse team is able to just do some beautiful physical plays here.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the shot, from Stormhunter was defendable anyway, because it was quite a banger. So finally, if they don't miss the ball, they can put out some real bangers.
It was a very good shot. I feel like, oh my word, and it's a beautiful aerial from Penna, just putting it down off of Stormhunter's cross here.
Yeah, Stormhunter with a nice air drag attempt, just rotates his car to the right side and lands on the ceiling, and just instantly continues to pass the ball on. So a really nice play from him there, and a nice execution from Penna also.
With just 30 seconds to go, they've managed to tie the game up. It's now looking like it could go either way. Bingen definitely having a lot more of the control over the ball than they did in the first half of the game, but they suddenly were able to find both slots and just put the ball past the defenders. There's another good chance here. Ravi's put it up. Penna's going to try and drop it into the middle. Stormhunter with a follow. Unable to get it into the net, I'm afraid. And it looks like that's going to take us into overtime.
It looked like they wanted to play on, just force the last second goal before going into overtime, but anyway, it drops.
Oh, very close there. Trying to drop it onto Stormhunter. Ravi with a nice clear. It's looking like there's a lot of space on the back line here. He may be able to do something with it, but Danger takes it off him. Syntax with a clear to the corner to keep it away for his team, but still sitting in the orange half in a dangerous place.
Penna there with a nice attempt to pinch it to the ceiling, getting to the midfield again, but couldn't really make the contact he wanted to.
Once again picked up by Stormhunter, and then Ravi. Just keeping solid pressure here, not really letting him have any chance to make an attempt of their own. It's maybe it though, but Ravi's in the right place again, and a double commit forces them to retreat slightly after that one.
It was such a nice pass, I think, from Syntax there to the mid, that most of his teammates thought they had to be doing the execution at that one.
So Danger may have a chance now, but again taken by Ravi. Solid defending non-stop. from all of the Binge and Impulse team here actually.
Stormhunter trying to pass Ravi on the right side there, who's going for the boost anyway.
Looks like Penna's got this one. He's going to take it off him. Can he get a decent follow-up? He's got the space to do it. Very close. Priola with a beautiful positioning. Takes it off him.
Indeed, very close. I think he saw the last defending player just rambling around in his own goal. Definitely not intended, I think, but yeah, couldn't adapt his gameplay to what he saw and still failed to just get the last important touch.
It's a nice take from Stormhunter. He may be able to go up and do something here. I'm entirely sure. This is his attempt now. Just missing the front of that. And it's looking like they have to pass it back a bit, but no, Ravi's found it, putting it up into the orange side again. Stormhunter with another, sorry, Penna with another chance, putting it just over, but not quite on target. Now Danger takes it off him.
Both teams a bit flattering at the moment.
Yeah, they definitely they were looking very solid a second ago, but they seem to be coming into a bit of a desperation phase. The overtime almost reaching 3 minutes already. And that's a nice shot from Stormhunter, putting it straight over the top.
I can't believe this led to success, actually. Look at Penna just making his way through, first taking Preloader out of position, then just driving to the goal, get a second touch on the last defending player, and, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful aggressive play. Let's see, this is the sort of thing we were just seeing at the end of their last series of 3. They were looking very strong on this sort of stuff, but they were just unable to capitalize on it. But here they've managed to show off really well, and those aggressive plays are pretty hard to counter.
Yeah, definitely. And if you take a look at the shots, 10 shots on goal on the side of Bingen and 12 shots on goal for the Sparrows. So that's very similar values at this point. And also the saves were 7-4 here, Bingen with the Sparrows. And that's very close. And I think throughout the first game of this series, it looked like Bingen was a bit more dominant, but they also felt the moment of the Sparrows being able to turn around very quickly and have that fast execution on their offense as well. So I think Bingen overall was quite frightened throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I think most of the Sparrows' stats there came from the sort of first half of the game, and they were looking very strong in that regard. But then Bingen managed to turn it around, and I think it messed with the pacing for all of them, and they just weren't able to follow up after that. And here we go into the second game between Bingen Impulse and the Sparrows ULM.
Yeah, even the kick of double commit from Ravi and Stormhunter there at this point, I guess. Or it was Ravi and Penna, I think, but definitely both going for the kickoff.
Very aggressive, but maybe need to time it slightly better with each other. A lot of those plays, one after the other, would be a lot more effective.
And it still looks a little bit uncoordinated on both sides of the field, I guess, both teams.
Looks like the Sparrows are able to put on a bit of an offense there, and a weird touch from Danger. It's sort of catching it against the wall with his tires, just completely stopping the ball. Not sure he really intended to do that. It looks like this time Ravi's got a nice clear on that. He's going to go for it again. Unfortunately taken off him by Danger. Still in front of the orange net, but they seem to have control for now.
Very important clear from Ravi at the point. Stormhunter slightly missing the ball, the ceiling again.
It looks like there's another decent chance now. Ravi just missing a back touch, but Penna going for it himself. Very close again. I think there was almost a triple commit there from the Sparrows, but thankfully it didn't come to anything bad. It's like Danger's trying to take control, but Stormhunter takes it off him. Ravi in the middle.
To put it in my former co-caster Crafty Sports, I think Danger was definitely the man for the triples in this game.
Indeed, and that's another good goal for Penna. Dropped just down in front of the orange net, and they weren't able to do anything. Looks like Ravi went for it, but I think maybe 3 people missed that there, and it just dropped into the perfect place for Penna to put it through.
Yeah, and that goal was definitely made a bit easy for Bingen.
Nice touch from Danger there. Looks like Stormhunter's got control. Sorry, Penna's got control of this. Ravi with another nice touch. I'm going to try and push this all the way. Stormhunter into the middle. Gets knocked away, but still floating for a little bit. Looks like Syntax may have a chance now, though. He's turning it into the middle himself. Just unable to get it past the defenders. Danger catching it, but leaving it open for Penna, who puts it into the middle. And once again for his team, it's looking very dangerous, sitting in front of the orange goal.
Yeah, Danger definitely being a bit too patient on the touches he wants to do, or he plans to do, because he wants to, yeah, take every ball low and dribble the hell out of it. And he miscalculates that just a bit sometimes, and that makes his team look like a bit meh. Now I'm really lacking the word. How's it called when you're like I will think of that. I will come to come back to that later.
It's no problem. I
when
know
my
exactly
brain
what you mean. They were
working
just
again.
sort of sitting back too much and letting them take a lot of the pressure. And they should have been going for it a lot faster again. We've said this about can't remember who it was. One of the other teams. I think
Fragile might be a word fitting, not
Aberrant.
too bad at the point.
That's
Just
yeah.
bring his
That would
teammate in
be
that
that would
spot
be interesting.
if Danger tries to dribble things.
It's like Penna's gonna get a solid clear on this, but Danger's got a possible touch. Unfortunately, just missing. And Stormhunter to take it out again. Danger's gonna try and challenge this, but don't know if he can get in a good place. Takes it just over Stormhunter. But it's still somewhere in the middle. Just unable. I'm pretty sure Danger has the bronze boost equipped here. I'm pretty sure he'll be doing that for fun. I'm trying to think of wasn't a huge fan of the boost last season, but that looks like the bronze one. Maybe mistaken.
Very
Nice
close,
attempt
nice
by
placing
Ravi.
from Stormhunter, just having the ball on top of his car and bringing it upfield for Ravi, who almost puts it just beneath the crossbar.
But we're still sitting at. Oh my word! There's a nice interaction there. Syntax managing to get a good save. Still sitting at 1-0 ahead, and it looks like they managed to save that one well. Ravi with a little backflip. They got to pull something off. They've only got 20 seconds now, and they've got to get that equaliser.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Sparrows don't look bad at all.
They've been
But
too bad, but I think Bingen have definitely found their stride, as it were. They've been very dominant in this game.
yeah, that's true. They've been under less pressure compared to the last series, I guess. But in the end, yeah, they win this series in a quite dominant fashion, 2-0. So yeah, the Sparrows didn't look bad. They had the chances, not only in the first game, also in the second game. And yeah, just barely couldn't make it. Maybe Danger trying to dribble out a little bit too much, but maybe he also spotted the weakness in Bingen. Trying with their miscommunications, double commits, or slightly miss hits even sometimes. But in the end, it didn't work out. 5-3 shots, Bingen versus Sparrows. Both teams with 3 saves on the leaderboard, on the scoreboard. But well, yeah. So Bingen win the series.
Yeah, no, that's it's good to see. They were definitely in a lot better form than we saw them against the car football gang, sorry, earlier. And I do enjoy the very aggressive plays they're making, just shutting them down with a lot of bumps, putting them out of position, making them unable to respond. I see why you like them.
Yeah. I'm curious about Bingen getting further into this tournament.
I'm not sure how the standings are doing at the moment. I'll have another look on the Scrims website.
Knowing there are FAU esports from our side and Kid SC Demons, they will definitely have a hard time in the last couple of matches of this day anyway, but well, yeah, let we see.
Okay, so the standings currently for Group A, you've got the Bath Rubber Duckies sitting at the top with 4 wins out of 4, and then Goofy Goobers and Reading Your Plays after that. The first two we commented on, sitting at 2 and 3, and then after that Baltic Kiel Esports and Warwick sitting down on 2 and 1 respectively.
Not bad.
For the other ones we've had a look at, we haven't seen any of Group B yet. We haven't seen any of Group C yet. In Group D, Binge and Impulse, that's their first win, unfortunately. And we've got the Kit SC Demons sitting at 4 wins at the top of the group, with the Durham Defenders and the Car Football Gang sitting underneath them on 3. So unfortunately, it looks like Bingen won't be able to push through in this one. And they're probably unable to make it to the next stage. In fact, sorry, they are unable to make it to the next stage because there's only one more match available to them.
Yeah, and I just switched into the first stream. We have Pavel at this time, and there was Binge and Impulse 2 actually playing. So they are, I think, in our second division, second league anyway. So maybe you have.
They seem to be in Group B at the moment. Unfortunately, they've only got 1 win as well, and similar situation. The top teams have 4 and 3 and 3, so they're looking like they're going to be knocked out
I also
entirely, I'm
just
afraid.
saw them playing with this Baltic Kiel Esports, and I think that is already a very, very hard matchup to beat. As Bingen 2.
They seem to be in different groups. Are you sure about that one? Just
Let me check again.
Wait. Okay, so 2-0.
No, I'm not not sure about that one. It was Kid SC Griffins, but still very, very hard matchup.
Yeah. Well, they've managed to get one win out of 4 so far. So unfortunately, they're unlikely to move on. So, but it isn't too bad. We've got the final games here, and we're just waiting on the announcements. Going to add in another single elimination brackets for teams that finish second in their group. Okay, cool. So the top team in the group go to. So there's going to be, I presume, then a semi and a finals for the top teams of each group, and then the same thing for the second team of each group. So we'll see how those go when we get there.
So can we finally spare a little break for our viewers? Or can we just go on having some nice Rocket League plays?
He's just posted the next matches.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got this time round we got Reading Your Plays from the first match. We'll put them because that doesn't fit in entirely, does it? That's the problem. There's a character limit on Rocket League team names. So, and the Bath Rubber Duckies, who won the Scrim tournament last week. It wasn't a big one, but they are a very solid team. I feel like Reading Your Plays are going to be in for a hard one this time round.
Well, I think Read Your Plays were beaten 2-1 from the Goofy Goobers, right? In the first series we saw this evening.
I think that's right. Let me just have a look. Where's the tournament page? Yeah, that was the first one we looked at. So, but the Bath Rubber Duckies are a very good team. So it's going to be hard for them either way. I'm setting up the match now. Let me. Oh, sorry, I need to jump out again. And then I will find the captain for Reading Your Plays was what up? So we'll get him. Okay. And then the Bath Rubber Duckies Where are they gone? Oh, it's Joel. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, if you call out for the Bath Rubber Duckies to be a very good team, then I'm excited about what they actually are bringing on the field in the next series. Since retail plays didn't look too bad versus Goofy Goobers at all, and I think the Goofy Goobers itself as a team are very respectable as well. So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well they do. I mean, I'm unaware of how well the Bath Rubber Duckies have done in the league play this week. They got into the National League last week, very deservedly, and then after only just being promoted, they went and won the scrims tournament the next day. So I'm expecting good things. No pressure.
so they're kind of having a run at the moment.
Yeah, they may be, if presuming it's kept on for this week, they'll be ready for the next one. Okay. Yep, Joel's ready. And here comes Joel. This is the Bath Rubber Duckies coming in here first. Just waiting on reading your plays. Okay, where's the other?
Why do I have the feeling about knowing the player name, Joel?
Oh.
No one knows.
Okay, just had the Reading versus the Bath game is going to be a very decisive one. So currently, yeah, if reading your plays win the game, then it'll be a 3-way tie in Group A for who gets through basically. Whereas if Bath Rubber Duckies do, then they'll have swept the group with a win against every team, and that will be a decisive victory for them.
Jeez, that's rough. That's hard to beat.
Right, how many people have we got? Okay, they're ready to go. So let's start this matchup into game 1 between the Bath Rubber Duckies and Reading Your Plays.
I swear the Season 8 Grand Champ, Joel, looks so familiar to me. Maybe I've played with him on matchmaking.
Yeah, Joel is the captain for the Bath Rubber Duckies, and he's, as you can see, he's Grand Champion from last season, so... Or is it 2 seasons ago, sorry. It looks like Bath are getting a nice start here, just playing it quite high, keeping it in the air for their team.
Yeah, nice interrupt from Jade there, mid-air and midfield already.
Yeah, Joel, well, Joel is the captain, and he's a very solid player all round. We've seen some absolutely mad things come out from Hypnotic previously. He's pulled off some very strange but effective plays in the past, so I'm excited to see how well they do this time around.
And as a dominance player, that looks like some sort of Jacob in my mind, if you can't describe him in that way. But still,
Yeah.
It looks like a heads up in the first minute of this series. Both teams just not giving each other too much space and chance to get on the goal first.
Looks like Joel is landing in the way of all the Reading Your Plays players here, just stopping them moving about a lot. It's a nice defense from him there. He's going to try and take it downfield. It's taken off him by its Joe again. And Hypnotic with the clear.
Oh, very close call. It looks to me like retail plays are definitely pressuring the enemy team right now. But on the other side, the Rubber Duckies definitely are defending well. Don't look too desperate clearing the balls at the moment.
They look
Looks
pretty
like they have it under
comfortable,
control.
but not really used to seeing the Bath Rubber Duckies on the back foot to begin with, I have to say. Makes this all the more interesting for us. Oh, it's a beautiful shot.
That is going to be in. Who was it? Free to play. So the last defender. Let me just check.
So
Booth. Yeah.
Joel put
I
it
don't
up,
know. I
and
think
Hypnotic jumps just the tiniest bit and gives it the height it needs.
Yeah, it was a nice doink. I think Booth expected maybe another touch or Joel there, but Hyper came out of nothing, out of nowhere.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these good team plays between Joel and Hypnotic. We've seen good team plays between all the Bass Rubber Duckies, but they seem to be a pretty effective combo just with themselves. It's dropping down right in front. Joe might have a chance. It's taken away by Hypnotic.
Even though there was a nice path just from the backboard on a nice fast aerial from Joe, I guess there was sadly no follow-up, but that shot is enough. Booth with the pass, and it's Joe. Let us see this again. Okay, quite unfortunate clear from the top at that point, but Joe knows where to place it. The top left corner is the right place to go for, and yeah, equalizes this game halfway through.
He just got the angle really well. I think he put it just enough to get it over the defenders, but it ended up coming only slightly below the crossbar, so he really did that one to the perfect degree. Looks like they got another shot in here, but Joel's comfortably caught that and flicked it out again. Hypnotic with a shot down off the crossbar, almost gets it himself again. Not quite in the right place though. It's a nice shot from Joel, taken away by Jaded. Trying to get a good clear here. Nicely done, but Hypnotic's in control of the ball now. Down in front, in from Joel. Taken away.
Nice patience with the clear there from Jaded. Seeing there's no one approaching him, taking his time.
It's very easy to try for that too fast and then give it to the enemy team a lot of the time. So being able to stop and watch what's happening, put it in the right place. It's just an all-round good skill. Oh, it's beautifully done by Hypnotic. Not quite able to get it over Booth though. It takes it away, and this time Joe's going to boost it down the field. It's back in the orange half.
I just realized there was an I lacking in his name, but it doesn't even matter at all. And it's Joe again, scoring for his team at this point.
It was just an unfortunate double commit from Joel and the top, and he just managed to put it underneath him. So
again, definitely an unfortunate touch from at least top was involved in it again, and yeah, Joe just gets his benefit from that.
Booth is going to try and take it up over his guys. Dangerous territory there. Joel's looking for a touch, unable to quite find it.
Yeah, if he didn't have that double touch, oh my god, that double jump I would say at that moment. And always, if I start speaking, there's a goal coming up, and yeah, that's just Hypnotic passing himself, using the ceiling and the sideboard, yeah, to get it to midfield again, just follow it up by himself. Very nice place.
Well played. It was quite close. They almost managed to get it out, but Hypnotic had just put it at the right place with a huge amount of speed, and so there's just not enough time to react to it. It looks like this time they may have another chance. Joe's taking it off him, but it's coming back out again. The Tob's on the ball, trying to put it in the middle. Just misses the aerial touch. And Booth puts it out again, and it looks like we're going into overtime here. Hypnotic trying to keep it up, but it's still going for now. Jaded with another touch. Joel just missing.
Oh my god, and that was in. He didn't get the touch he wanted. That was a free goal. Hypnotic just they passed above him like 2 times. He had 0 boost and tried to go for the ball every time he had the chance to, but didn't even manage. And I gotta say, I love Rubber Duckies having a full flat car team at this point.
Yeah. They're it was very close, I'm afraid, and you know, being overtime, you have to keep it up, and it just hit the ground before the goal. Very unfortunate for reading the plays there. Looks like they're on the back foot a little bit here, but Duckies are turning on it, trying to keep this out of their net. It's a bit of an odd touch by Joel, but Hypnotic's got it covered for the next one.
And it's Joe got all the time he needs to defend the ball, but doesn't get very nice first touch on the ball, putting it too high to follow it up right himself.
He's got a nice clear here though, and he's gonna drop down and take another shot himself. Pretty flat though, and Joel's easily able to get it out. Bit hard maybe though. He wasn't much of a follow-up for that, given how hard he put it out of his goal.
And Booth just wanted to intercept that passing play, but couldn't make his way around his own teammate.
It looks like they're going in for another chance here, and it's turned towards goal. It's very close. A double commit and miss, but Joel's got it covered, keeping it out for the Bath Rubber Duckies.
Yeah, beautiful pass play from Jaded there at the backboard, but no one of his team was there fast enough to follow it up.
Looks like Joel's trying to set up another chance here, but not quite able to follow it. And now Booth is going to try and get it out. Got to contend with multiple players, though. It's a beautiful shot from the top.
That looked like a double touch to me right from the start. Top going for it, putting it up well at the backboard. Well, I'm glad he made his way back to the ball fast enough, but since the first defensive player on reading the plays misses the ball, he had all the time he needed to get there, and yes, wins the first game of the series for his team with a double touch. Yes.
Yeah, that was really well done by the top. Just putting it down at a very sharp angle, hard to defend, like no time to react. So very close one though. Liked how close that was.
Read your plays here, reading your plays with more than twice the amount of shots on goal compared to the Rubber Duckies. That is quite impressive in my opinion. But on the other hand, we have 9 saves for the Rubber Duckies, which might be the record for today's amount of saves in the game.
I think it's getting close anyway, and suddenly there seems to be ping spikes on the side of reading your plays. Thankfully, that's not actually in game at the moment. Hopefully, they're all right there. I'm not quite sure what happened,
but this definitely shows up to be a great series. I hope we are getting this to game 3 because this is a very nice heads up.
Yeah, I'll go with a game 3 as well. It's a very close game at the moment, and reading your plays seem to be in control for maybe more of the game, but Bath found the right opportunities and kept calm under the constant pressure. And so now we're going into the second game of the series. With Bath 1-0 ahead, they only need the one more to take this away from reading your plays. And it looks like Joe and the top for kickoff. And that is pretty nasty to the camera, Joe. Just trying to spectate Joe there, and he's spamming the camera, making it absolutely horrible to look at. But never mind.
Maybe he knew he was on stream, sniping a bit. And there's the first attempt from Jaded with a nice shot on the enemy goal, but well defended on the other side.
It's like Booth has got this covered, sending it right downfield, trying to reset off the ceiling. Not quite enough time to get another touch. And it's coming back over to reading your plays box. Tobbs here is trying for a flick play. Completely shut down for that one. And Jaded with a nice long shot. Dropping it in front of his goal. And Hypnotic had it covered this time.
And nice clear from top here at this point. Missing the first, coming out of the goal, and even better hitting the second one.
Good little challenge there from Jaded, able to get a decent 50-50 from the wall.
Yeah, Jaded looks like putting real pressure to the enemy team single-handedly. He puts very well passes to the front and nice clears.
Nicely taken by Jaded. It looked like Joe was in a bit of a tough position for this, but it's nicely done by the top.
Holy man!
Just in the corner.
That was a nice and fast transition from the top there, I think, going to the air drag. Rotating this car. That was a really fast transition, and he definitely had the feeling about where or how he had to hit the ball after he took that from the ground. Nice one.
It was really well positioned on that one, and he didn't have to do that many hits, but both of them were absolutely clean in the perfect place, so it was really well set up. That puts Bath Rubber Duckies ahead and a minute and a half into the game. Looks like they got the pressure again. The top keeping it in the middle. Hypnotic going for another drop, just missing it. But Joel unable to take it away from its Joe, but it's not looking too dangerous at the moment. Although Booth gets a nice shot in, and that's why
Ooh,
we don't
but
say anything.
yeah, and there was a strange passing play from Joe there, drifting to the right, but also faking his opponent on the defensive side of the Rubber Duckies. But yeah, the pass made its way through, and Booth got on the scoreboard, equalizing for his team. We still have more than half of this match to play left.
Yeah, this is what we like to see. Very even. Take it to a third game as well, and then we can get as much of this play as possible. It's a very tight-fought match. It's very important for Group A here, as we said at the start of the game. If the Bath Rubber Duckies win this, they are going through to their playoffs. They are the top team. And it looks like it's Joe just saved it from his own player there, Jaded. Unfortunate timing. I think he was just unable to control himself after coming across to put it into the middle for him.
So have the Rubber Duckies already beaten the Goofy Goobers?
Yes, they will have done if they're in that group. So they've played
Great.
4 matches and won all. And
Yeah.
just as we're talking, Joel made another great shot. It's just enough speed, and unfortunately the defenders aren't there.
Yeah, I didn't talk too much because that goal happening looked a little strange. I think there was definitely some kind of miscommunication on the side of reading your plays, giving Joel that much space and a free goal to go with.
Some
But
nice counter attempt though by Booth, putting it just off the crossbar from a very fast-paced aerial.
yes, and reading your plays look like they definitely want to equalize and even go on after this as well. They're trying to put on a lot of pressure.
I'm definitely down for them winning this match. It's make this series even more exciting. It's pretty good so far as is.
Having a nice drift and a nice clear and thick afterwards, and just thought about, oh, nice, I'm going on with it. I got through until here, and then just getting demoed.
It's like a nice shot
Nice
from
save.
Joel, but Joe's in the right place.
Yeah, Joe and Joel just giving each other a heads up.
Well, when you've got people with names that similar, there's gotta be a bit of conflict there, isn't there? It looks like Hypnotic's currently in control. He's going to try and take this off its Joe. Managing to get it across to the other side, but I think Booth will have this out. Nice touch from Joel. It's down in towards the box, but very slowly.
Oh, that was an unfortunate touch of, I think it was Booth. And Joe gets the time Jaded needs to defend this ball in the last second possible. And Rubber Ducky's now looking to, turn the game around, bring a lot of pressure.
Been very close, but the Todd managing to get another decent drop shot there. Just putting it in front of the defender, unable to do anything.
I think Booth estimated that position of the top for the shot a little being a little too well, because his angle was quite difficult, I think. And there goes a kickoff goal from the top again. He just continues up.
I think Jaded managed to miss-hit that slightly, and Todd just took full advantage.
Yeah, what a dunk.
It looked like Jaded was going for a wave dash kickoff there, but he slightly messed up and didn't get enough speed, so he's late to the ball for that one.
Yeah, so that is not very likely looking to get a 3-game series.
That's very sad. It's been very even up till now, but all of a sudden a couple more came through, making it very decisive looking for the Bath Rubber Duckies, and only 20 more seconds to go. I'm going to have to pull off a miracle to make something happen here. It's a nice touch out by his Joe, but Hypnotic's got it covered. And it looks like it's going to stay mostly in the blue half here, just denying any chance of a sort of comeback. And that's the game. Down to the floor, and the Bath Rubber Duckies take Game 2 and the series, putting them at the top of their group with 5 wins out of 5.
Yeah, and you gotta mention that they took the second game in a way more dominant fashion in the end, as they took the last, which was an overtime win, I guess, if I'm not brain dead somehow. Yeah, but yeah, they come out strong here in the end. 10 shots on goal, while there are 7 on the sides of reading a place, and also the saves are identical on both sides. 3 saves for each team, and the top here with a huge point lead and MVP, but also scoring the hat trick. But yeah, well, he certainly did well, but the kickoff goal definitely was a little unfortunate for Jaded, who was dunked there.
Yeah, that was. I saw what he was trying, and when you're a couple of goals behind, you have to try risky stuff. But unfortunately, he tried the wave dash. It didn't quite work out for him, and he ended up landing wrong and not quite hitting the ball. And just Todd was able to capitalize, take it away from him.
Yeah. So, also this series has ended, and if we are about to have a little break at this point, we're
Well, there's
probably gonna know in
probably
the
gonna be a
next minute.
short break. I will just switch over the stream for a second and let it break. There will be when we come back, we'll be commentating on one of the 2 semi-finals for the Tier 1 teams. So that'll be Bath, and we'll see who else has gotten through in a second. But we'll be right back. Right, we are back. It looks like we're going to be doing the one of the semi-finals for the tier 2. One of the teams running for tier 1 are running a little late, so we're going to do that one first. We just need to get the lobby set up. Okay, we're back. You good?
Yeah, nice. So am I. As I mentioned
Cool.
before, my internet provider
Yeah,
doesn't
okay.
give it
Yeah,
there.
fair enough.
At least,
Yeah, so you dropped out the party as well. Let me just
yeah.
grab you back again. There we go.
Yeah,
And
let
then
me
we
leave
will...
first.
Okay, so we need the Goofy Goobers. They were... I'm trying to look at who was who. Goobers were Toasty. Yeah, so you got him there. And the Weedem Squirrels, I've got them from a previous week, but not this week. So let me just grab that again.
That will be a nice matchup, I guess.
Yeah, it should be. Weedem Squirrels are quite a high-end team. They haven't necessarily performed that well in scrims, so we'll see how well they do this time around.
Yeah, they're both 4-1, right?
Sorry?
They are both 4-1, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
stand
that's
from
correct. Yeah.
standings. Okay.
Right. Starting up the match now. I'll send out the invites. I'll meet again. Yeah, okay, so we are... So yeah, this is currently tier 2s. So the people who came second in their groups, and we're going between the... where are they? The Goofy Goobers, who we saw in the very first match, beating Reading Your Plays, and then Weedem Squirrels from Group B, who have been consistently near the top in NSE, but haven't necessarily performed in the scrims tournaments. So it'll be interesting what happens this time around.
Yeah, definitely it will be. Do you by chance just have in mind who's in first place in the Goofy Goober group?
The first place on Goofy Goobers was the Bath Rubber Duckies.
Ah,
So
yeah,
once
okay.
we saw
Yeah,
play,
of course.
they
You
are
mentioned.
very they're a very strong group. Yeah, because they're both in the same group as Reading and Plays, who unfortunately didn't quite make it. But
So,
Bath Rubber Duckies are a very strong team, and yeah, they're quite hard to do. And you're saying, you know, FAU and Demons are your two like really big teams, so it's understandable that they both got through as well. Because Weedem Squirrels was second to FAU, so that's the only one they lost.
yeah, I can. It's
Oh,
it's a tough call, I guess.
what is going on?
Now
Oh
they're
my
stalling. As
goodness!
long as they keep going on, the game will start.
Oh dear. This is what you get if you don't pay attention time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they know how it goes. This is the way. So what I want to say is I think it's a rough call, but if the rubber duckies are 5-0 and I compare them to like what I have seen so far from FAU and Demons, I can definitely imagine
Oh no,
UEG
it's
winning
rock.
this. Okay, we have to rejoin
Yeah.
this lobby.
Oh dear, oh dear. There's always one, isn't there? Or at least one, I should say. Right, let's go again. It's just mildly disappointing. Okay. Sorry, bad teammate. That's the message off We Dem Squirrels captain. Well, I wasn't actually sure who was responsible, so at least now I know. Right, we got one team. That's Goofy Goobers, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. Right, ready again. There we go, cool. Right. Go for it.
Go for it.
Let's go. Okay, so semi-final 1 for the Goofy Goobers versus Weedem Squirrels. These guys have 2 Season 8 Grand Champions, and as I said, they've been consistently near the top of NSE. but they haven't necessarily performed in these off tournaments, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Toasty has definitely some Grand Champ titles in his inventory as well, but I'm not completely sure. But I think we'll definitely have a heads-up series here at this point.
And it looked like a second ago there was a maybe quite an easier chance for Clemson. He messed it up slightly. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but hopefully they'll keep the pressure up and make this interesting anyway. But it looks like Drums is getting that one down in front of their net. Another follow-up by Princey, and Solerith is coming in for a nice shot. Just out. Needed to be slightly further down and it would have gone in off the crossbar. Very unfortunate.
William's goal still on the offense, but now the ball just left for Toasty at the ceiling to go with. And I feel like Clemson today is aiming for a lot of, let's say, a little bit strange plays. But
Yeah.
also a nice attempt, I think, that he tried to go for the midfield pinch with Toasty just a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, definitely. I think if there's one you need to watch out for on Weedem Squirrels, Solera seems to be their main ace, if you like. He has pulled off a lot of very good stuff on his own. They have solid teamwork and they do good passing plays as well. But in terms of like solo dribbles and 1v1s and stuff, Solerith is very dangerous on those.
And the passing plays almost turn out to get successful on the side of Freedom Scrolls, as Drumzos just put a nice touch into the corner of the enemy team, and Princey following it up, but didn't quite hit the mark.
It was a close one, but it was nicely defended by Clemson. It's now come back out again, but it looks like Goofy Goobers have got a decent chance here, just trying to keep the pressure up. But Drums has taken it out. And I think when I last saw the Squirrels play as well, they had a sub. They didn't have Drums, they had someone else. And I'm not entirely sure. But I think this is their proper team tonight, so they'll be even better than when I last saw them.
And that was quite unfortunate for Princey. I think one of his teammates was blocking the shot he was intending to do. And there was no defending player left on the other side, but he couldn't again.
There's sort of unfortunate situations you just can't get out of the way. And it looks like Solaris done his own teammate a bit there. Apologising in all chat.
Yeah.
As he then messes up on the wall as well. And it drops down for Toasty to get an easy shot on that.
Yeah, and this goal definitely has Solerith's name on it. But, well, unfortunate hit on his way back. Hitting it with the front of his car after his front flip. Very unfortunate. But yeah, Goofy Goobers take advantage of it and take the lead. 3 minutes into the game here.
Yeah,
with 1-0.
Solerith, if you're listening, because I know you were last time, don't take anything I'm saying to heart. Just play like normal, please. That was very unfortunate, man. It'll be fine. Oh, it's a nice play by Clemson there, trying to bounce it into the middle. And it looks like Maury's got it across again for another hit by Toasty. Now Drums is taking it into the middle. And Solaris with a follow-up, and Drums there for the shot in. Not sure he needed to take that, but either way, it was well played from Solaris there.
You see Clemson breaking the rotation there and trying to get to the ball with the double commit with Toasty, or was it Murray? I honestly don't remember right, because one of them was definitely putting the ball to the other side of the field. Well, and they get punished for it. Yeah,
I definitely think Clemson should have been slightly further back there. He seemed to be the one in the wrong place. And Solerith, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. Getting a beautiful shot off the post.
Following up the kickoff with a nice, strange fake in the first place, but now he single-handedly makes up for his, so to say, own goal earlier, and brings his team the lead 2-1.
Yeah, just over a minute left now, and suddenly the Goofy Goobers find themselves on the back foot again, and Princey's going up for this. It's a nice shot, but Clemso's in the right place. Going to get it across to his teammates, and that's nicely done by Toasty. Too high, unfortunately, and he gets the follow-up, though.
That was a very beautiful play in all imaginable ways. Like I think this was also very similar to play we saw from the Goofy Goobers in the first series we streamed here. Every single member of the team participated in that goal. Very beautiful pass play at the backboard again. And I think this is what the Goofies aim for. If everything comes out perfectly.
Yeah, it was just very well done. And Toasty, Clemso putting the pass onto Toasty, getting a perfect shot up to the crossbar, and able to finish it easily himself. It's just great coordination, and this is making this very interesting. And we're all tied up with just 30 seconds to go. It's looking like we might get an overtime here, but it's a beautiful shot from Drumsy. Okay.
You definitely been caught at the Casas curse. So looking to be like an overtime play here, and then there's the Strum Doors having a nice pinch with the defending player and putting it in with 104 kilometers per hour. Pretty decent shot, and I think it's also a sign of quality gameplay to you have like small mistakes punished like it happens in this game actually.
Yeah, indeed. When you get to the highest levels of play, suddenly you can't afford to do anything wrong, and then the game is simultaneously going at such a high pace that makes everything that has happened, even if it's quite a maybe a low skill one, it's still going at a much faster pace, which makes it very impressive. And it looks like they're trying to keep it up, but they might have it. Clemso's got it up again, and Princey puts it out, and I think that's down on the floor. Clemso catching it though, Toasty keeping it up. Not quite. First game to We Dem Squirrels. I do need to check whether or not we're doing best of 5 for these ones. There was some talk about it. Let me just double check.
Yeah, definitely we should check on that one, but this is also definitely We Dem Squirrels going 1-0 into the series with 11 shots on goal compared to 3 on the sides of the Goofy Goobers. In which, yeah, they of the three shots on goal they had, they scored 2, which is quite a sign of efficiency, I'd say. Also 5 saves. Claims that with single-handedly with his save, we are 4 saves just by him. And the side of Goofy Goobers. So it looks like We Dem Squirrels really managed to get their offensive things going and unleashing it onto the Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, indeed. They managed to pull up very well on that one. So we enjoyed that match thoroughly. It was great to watch. We'll see. Best of 3 for all of them. Okay, so only one more and the Squirrels get to go to the final this time round. Goofy Goobers are going to be having to try harder to keep up with this one.
Yeah, you don't have to say that, Trice, because Toasty is the try hard himself. No, I can't say it like that, but he definitely can try hard and he can fail at that and he can score incredible things doing that. So try hard is the way. We'll see if it works for Goofy Goobers. Definitely they have to put up a little better this time on the battlefield here. But I'd love to watch a 3-game series where we have such kind of teams playing each other.
It looks like the Goofy Goobers are getting a bit of initial pressure here. Starting the game off right, but now it's coming back into their own half. Nice save from Mori. And following it up himself, not quite able to get that touch. Toasty in the middle to try and counter this attack, but Princey's got it up and down. Too sharp of an angle.
Yeah, but very nice play and very similar to what the Goofy Goobers did in the last game. Also nice midfield pass. Princey took it fast, brought it to the backboard, couldn't quite follow it up by himself. But it was a very good offensive play.
Got very close again. They got it off the post, just slightly on the inside, but not enough to send it in itself. So I've seen a couple of those this evening, and those are always a bit of a heartbreak. It looks like Toasty now has a chance. He's trying to take it to himself. Has it taken off him by drums? Oh.
And he almost got the bump on the last defending player there.
It was a nice attempt, but managed to slide just past him. Not quite able to take it away.
Nice block from Celerith there on Toasty, mid-air.
getting into a dangerous position, but Drums has got it covered, and Clemson not quite able to follow that. And it looks like Solaris is going to try pushing this through. Princey's up with a chance, putting it into the middle. Fortunately, there's no players left.
Yeah, nice demo, giving his team the exact amount of time they needed, and what a play. Clemson with the high pass, and Toasty almost there with the read. Couldn't quite make contact, but that would have been a decent goal.
That was it was a very good attempt, and with Princey just still coming back off his sorry, not Princey, Drums still coming back off his demo a second ago. It was quite an awkward position for them, but Toasty's got a nice shot on that. Drums is going to put it away again. Very good shots coming out here, but nothing quite connecting just yet, and we're just about to hit overtime with no goals yet in the second game of this series.
I like the play the Goofies are putting on at this moment if they're not getting scored on, and they do get scored on. What is happening? Celarith just putting it so... Wow, what a redirect. Like, he turned infield with his car, rotated his car infield while aerialing and putting it to the left, even though he flew to the right. Nice pass, and Princey just takes it and scores it to 1-0.
Yeah, it was incredibly well done, and Solaris is very dangerous from those angles. Again, he loves a good side angle, and you know those can be really hard to deal with if you're out of position. You don't have as much vision on it as you would if it's coming from the front. So
yeah, definitely. And I wanted to say I like the Goofy Goobers going for the more aggressive gameplay and even bunking some important defending players at this point, but as I wanted to speak it out, they got scored on, so I'll go with the caster curse.
yeah, definitely. That's seems to hold true in most situations. Even last week when just trying it out, seems to happen most of the time here. So Solaris with a nice touch. Just noticing, thinking about the camera and stuff I mentioned earlier from the player who's very zoomed in. Actually, Solaris has quite a zoomed in view as well, but he is possibly the best player on Squirrel's team, or at least the best solo player they have. So it's interesting. Maybe a strat, maybe not.
Yeah, nice idea there. Again, it's Solaris and Pricey getting the passing play up, and it almost worked out for them again.
It's a nice touch over by Mori. Toasty's going to take it, leaving Clemson in the middle for a shot here. Going to follow it up with a touch. Almost predicts
Nice.
Solaris.
Yeah, nice dunk attempt from Clemson there.
Oh, very close. He went up for that. Got just off it. And oh no, Mori and Toasty have hit each other. Managing to recover though. And a double commit from the Goofy Goobers there.
Yeah, recovery into a beautiful double commit.
They managed to defend it well and didn't lose anything from it, but it was still quite a scary little touch. That was nicely done by Drums. Very hard from that angle, but managed to take it across to the other corner. Looks like Mori's going to have that back for his teammates. Toasty with a redirect. Clemson's trying to get around the other side, send it back in again, and Toasty's up for it. Gets a nice touch. Princey's there.
Oh no, what a double commit and a miss. This might cost the Goofies the game.
They really need to make something happen right now. They don't have any time to waste on this. It's coming into the midfield. There is opportunities, but they keep it down. And we them Squirrels take it 2-0.
Yes, still very nice series and very close. We see overall we see a very few amount of shots on goal in both games in this series. 3-6 shots on goal. William Squirrels versus the Goofy Goobers here. 0 saves on the sides of Goofy Goobers, which is also quite what we've seen. But in terms of you know, they just played very offensively. Toasty went for a lot of bumps on goalies, and yeah, I like the way they were attempting it, but it didn't work out for them.
There doesn't
And
seem
yeah,
to be very many key plays there. There's, you know, you got the one goal on their side. Not very many shots or saves either way, so maybe quite a passive game compared to previous ones.
yeah, I think Clemson has a very inspirational, original, and like creative gameplay. At least he evolved to play like that compared to what I've seen him play last season. And yeah, just didn't turn out to be so successful this game. There was no follow-up, and they couldn't quite make the contact when they needed it the most. And yeah, We Them Squirrels were just too consistent, pricey, and what was the leading player's name? I forgot it now that the leaderboard disappeared.
Sorry, yeah. So it's Clemson on one side. I've forgotten it as well. It's
Karelith? What was his name?
Solaris.
Solarith. Yeah, Solarith
Yeah.
and Pricey. They just had beautiful double passing plays and even made a second goal out of that. And I think they won this well deserved. Nice series, 2-0. And yeah, can't wait to give it next.
Yeah. We'll see what we're doing next. So next we have 2 finals. On the side of where are we? Yeah, so the Baltic Keel Sharks, it looks like, beat Car Football Gang. So we've then got the Tier 2 finals will be between Weedem Squirrels and Baltic Keel Sharks. I'm not sure how well the Tier 1 stuff is going. We haven't had results through for that yet. We'll see what happens with those.
Yeah, the funny thing is that the Goofy Goobers were playing in our UEG League, not only for the season we are casting and broadcasting at the moment, but also for the last season. And Baltic Key Sharks just got into the first league like as a freshman team, team of freshmen, so like this. And yeah, I'm very curious about them beating the oh my god, how did I forget the team name?
Weedem Squirrels.
Yeah, we have Squirrels right now or not.
So it looks like we're about to do the final for the lower bracket here, and unfortunately Sharks doesn't quite fit. Let's have a look at the thing. I need to find the Baltic Keel Sharks on here. Right, we've grabbed that. So it's Baltic Keel Shark. Can't put an S on it. That'll be fine. So yeah, we're ready to go. Are we? Yeah, I'll drop them all the invites to the match, and it's Princey again because the Squirrels won. And we just need to get Tillman or Tilluma.
Tillman. Yeah, we have Tillman and Toasty, but no Tillman's Toasty. I don't know if you know the advertisement. It's strange.
No, I haven't heard of that. I did get one message in chat. I forgot to mention. It says Toasty doesn't actually have any Grand Champ titles, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I saw that in Twitch chat as well. I was wrong about that apparently.
Oh, he's done it again. Solarith. Mate, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. I saw him this time. It's Solarith. It's
Princey just OMG about his own team.
honestly. Oh, they might actually get into this one.
I think this is just kind of a warm up for them. They just like to push the buttons all over again very frequently.
Oh my goodness! This
getting,
I think we're gonna have to restart.
Yeah, I think it's better. Look at those.
Honestly.
Oh my god.
These people, right? Yeah.
They're
Okay.
trying to
Let's get them to right. Restarting. Honestly, some people. It's always Solarith. Always Solarith. Bit of a troublemaker. Yeah, no, we casted him last week, and that was good fun. We did a bit of a player interview just before the finals because we had a bit of a break time. So, yeah, Solaris is definitely quite the character.
Yeah,
but
I
we
guess
love him.
It's can't wait for the series to get started.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm really excited about this matchup.
Yeah, no,
Specifically.
this should be a very good one. We're looking at, I mean, they beat the ball. Sorry, yeah, the football car football gang. So,
Every player is here.
yeah,
I think
looks like
not
it.
as soon as possible. So I just
We got it.
try.
We got everyone this time, and Solaris is the last to join. Being very careful about it.
And yeah,
And
now
I'm
we
not
have a
surprised.
season 8 Grand Champ on the blue side of the field as well.
Yeah, the Baltic Keel Sharks. Oh my word, it's a beautiful starting play from Zaitan, dropping it down, but Solaris there with a save. And Hanti puts it back towards their net, and Taluma coming for with a follow-up. It's nicely placed, not quite in though, and Zaitan putting it down.
Yeah, nice pass from Tiluma. Almost scored it himself. No player was going up for that. Celerith had a bad angle and not too much boost, and the rebound is just left for Zaitan, putting it to the top left corner. Yeah, 30 seconds into the game, and the Baltic Keel Sharks come up strong.
It's very offensive from them. They started right out the gates, constant pressure, just shot after shot, just keeping it very strong. So it's very impressive from their side anyway. It looks like Princey's got a good clear on that though, and Solarith going over. Sorry, the shot coming in from drums, and now Solarith getting a shot into the middle. Dropped off by Zatan with a nice block. And it's redirected by Taluma, but Solarith gets there in time. It's a beautiful redirect, but... And he gets another. Oh my word.
What are they doing? I was just saying, oh my god, of that beautiful spider clear of the one of the Baltic Key Sharks play, but now that teamwork of Tiluma and who was the second? I didn't even get that in time.
No, no. Taluma put it in the first place and then followed it up himself.
Ah, okay.
So it was all him, I'm afraid. Well, so he redirected it originally, and Solaris got a decent save on it, but without his team there, he can't get the second one, and Taluma put it past him. So.
Oh my god, is he in position to save that? Nice.
Close one again. Slav's cutting it very fine, but I think he was the only player there. The Weedham Squirrels looking in a bit of a shambles at the moment, I have to say. Not looking as good as they have been.
And look at that decision making of Tiluma. Deciding not to go off because he's so pricey, going off for the backboard for the clear, and because of that, turn away, going back, just managed to save that ball in time before Celerith put it in.
It's a nice shot from Solarith, followed up by Princey. Messed it up, I'm afraid, because he jumped too early. Ends up bouncing it into the crossbar. It looks like Solarith's going to get this one again. Puts it really high. Not able for a redirect, but going to follow it up again. Or not. Okay, so Taluma's taking it, and Hanti takes it off him. Nice shot from Zatan. Taken away by drums. He's got his own chance now, but not looking great.
I like the rotating play defensively or defensive wise of Baltic Key Sharks at the moment. There's always a playback, and they're not yet good caught off guard.
They seem very confident. They've on the plays earlier, they were just hitting it one after the other as well. They've just got consistent teamwork and rotation down, and very hard to play against, I can imagine. It looks like Zatan is trying to take it out there. Solarith gets a shot in, but it's not enough. And now Princey put it in, but both his teammates are backing. That was possibly a bad decision. They had a chance. Solarith with another shot that's easily blocked, but I feel like they could have really had a chance there, but after Princey put it in, both of them were already heading back.
You can almost feel the pressure the Weedham Schools are putting on the enemy team right now. I think Baltic Keel is boost staffed to the maximum, and they really want to get good and far clear out of this right now.
It's the first time they've had it in the other half for a while, but it's coming straight back again and off of drums into the middle. Princey's trying to follow this up, and it's a nice little touch, and that's all they need. Well played, well executed.
Yeah, and I feel like these passes to the sidewall and the redirects from there are the kind of thing that Weedham Scrolls definitely are good at, and they also frequently try to reproduce.
Yeah, definitely go with that. But it looks like another kickoff going just the way of the Keel Sharks, but Solarith takes it out for him. Princey back over, but Zatan's got it, puts it straight down the middle, and Hanti may be able to get something. He follows it up himself. Solarith's got it covered again.
Nice shot attempt from Princey there.
It's a nice shot, but it's not going to come to anything. Drums tries forcing it in, but not great for that angle. And it's taken calmly away again. Zatan going to flip it over this time, but Princey's got it caught, I think. Zatan with a nice redirect right in the middle. Dangerous territory, but Solaris in the right place. It's very close. 40 seconds to go. And William Squirrels are trailing by 1 goal only.
Yes, so 30 seconds to go. And yeah, the Baltic Kill Sharks defense is just quite on point, I'd like to say, at the moment.
It does seem like the Squirrels have most of the pressure, but there you go, straight off the ceiling from Taluma. They've been consistently defending non-stop, and then they get one chance and he takes it straight away.
Man, that was nice. That was so nice. Just a jump reset at the roof and just turning himself right from the ball to flick it to the left and just hitting the top right corner. I guess no one would have saved that shot.
And it looks like with 10 seconds to go, we're all tied up here with a 2-goal lead. It's gonna go the way of the Baltic Kiel Sharks. Gonna try and get one anyway, but looks like that one's coming out and down. And there it is. That's first game. And we unfortunately can't fit the S on the end of Kiel Sharks, but you know, that's what you get for using Rocket League. It's very limited in characters, but never mind. Okay, so
so it's just one Baltic Kiel Shark for the moment, but yeah, 1-0 into the series. Baltic Kiel Sharks over Weedham Squirrels, 9-7 shots on goal. Also very similar in saves, but I'd really like to see a 3-game series here as well. But I do also think that Baltic Kiel Sharks here came off pretty strong. Not only that insane jump reset flick from Chiluba in the end, but the team itself looked very decent. Also, are very well rotating and prepared in the defense, and that will be very hard for Weedham Squirrels to get through. Yeah, this defense and that kind of team, I guess.
Yeah, they were definitely on the defensive all the time, but it didn't seem to matter to them. They were getting every attempt out. There's only the one attempt that went in overall, and you know, with a solid defense like that and punishing them at every offensive opportunity and taking 3 goals out of them, it's going to be very hard for Weedham Squirrels, who are definitely a very offensive team. So
yeah, I also feel like Weedham Squirrels profited a lot. Okay, let's talk about this after this game before I get into talking too much, because we're already in the second game of the series.
it's a good start. Solaris putting it straight back into them again. Unable to get a reset there. Drums is trying to dribble it in for his team. Not quite sure why Solaris went for that.
Maybe looking for a nice pinch. Definitely didn't work out though. And
it's an interesting try, but unfortunately it's not good enough behind it to work. Let's come back out again. Drums is on top of that. Unfortunately, messes up on the corner of the wall and this flip gets cancelled. But now Prince is up for it, trying to get it down. Double commit there from the Squirrels again. Very slow shot in from the middle. Solaris taking it himself.
Yeah, and I do feel like I can say what I want to say earlier, because I think the Weedham Squirrels are having a pretty tough time with this very fast and early and high challenges from Baltic Kiel Sharks, and I think they had way more time to get their things going in the last series, but the Goofy Goobers. Those challenges are just really fast.
Yeah. Well, they've just been consistently on point with their defensive rotation and keeping out. They've made a lot of the saves easier on themselves by being in the right position to begin with, and it's just very hard to play against a fully defensive team like this. So not at all that they have no offense. They've shown they can offense very well, but their strength very much seems to be in defense. They're just keeping it solidly in their half and getting it out every time.
Oh,
Nice
as we're
shot.
speaking of it,
I think Drums was sat in the way of the defender there, just keeping him out of the game completely.
yeah, he bombed Hente right off, and that was very important. And I think it was Zlatan having a beautiful challenge there before the goal. So very well done, but still not enough, especially with the following a bump on his teammate Hante.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like the Keel Sharks are not deterred at all. They're coming straight back in, trying to get it up for his possible aerial play. It's a nice redirect, but not on target, I'm afraid. This is looking dangerous now, because now they have one player back. The Squirrels can't seem to get that in time. He's down with another good hit. Sending it into the middle for his team. Hante stops the ball. It looks like they're going to reset hard here. Go back again. Taluma's actively going for a demolition there. Quite far out from the rest of the gameplay. I'm not sure if that was worth it, but
Nice play and dribble from Celerith right there. Just playing two defensive players.
it's a nice shot from Celerith, but Zatan's in the right place again. Princey's going to get that out. Sat in the middle. And Zatan goes up for it. It's a good shot, but Celerith's there. Almost managed to get it back again with a double tap, but not quite able to predict it.
Hante very motivated to go for that shot midfield there.
Yeah, they've well, Baltic Keel Sharks are now on the back foot again, and this hasn't happened to them very much so far, so they are furiously trying to get this game, but we could see this going to a third game out of 3 so far.
Yeah,
Nicely
definitely.
kept by Princey. Nicely defended though. Celerith with a good shot. Taluma has to take it off the top bar. Princey puts it back again, and Drums is there over the top of the defenders.
Yeah, and it looked like Drums accidentally even did some kind of a fake shot there. Didn't hit it too hard, but exactly what he needed to fake out Zaitan and the other defending player from the Sharks.
Yeah, precisely. I think it was quite unfortunate. Taluma was trying to keep the ball out, but ended up putting it in a poor position for his team, allowing an easy goal, and now puts the Baltic Keel Sharks 2 goals behind this time round. Maybe the Squirrels seem to be getting a good read on them. We'll see what happens. Still a minute to go here in this match.
Definitely the Weedham Squirrels team seems to pull the, or seems to be at the trigger here.
It's a nice touch up, but Princey's going to get it down. Can Celerith follow it up? Unfortunately not quite. They're trying consistently. Taluma's got it across to his teammate there, but Princey in the way again. Solid defending from Weedham Squirrels on this.
There's a lot of unattended midfield fakes at the moment, I think. As Weedham Squirrels just tries to play down the timer here.
It's a nice out from Celerith. And I think both teams are a bit scared maybe to go too hard into the midfield and commit for it. They're either back and defending or they're up for it, so they don't want to be stuck in the middle too much. And that's second game to Weedham Squirrels, which puts it at a tie, which puts it into the final game for
and
the second place champions.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the exact opposite result of the last game where Baltic Sharks took the game 2-0. And yeah, I feel like
I think the Squirrels got one further in, didn't they? So it was 2-1.
Yeah?
Sorry.
I'm not completely sure.
I'd
I said
have to
correct me if I'm
double-check
wrong. You
again.
did, so that's totally.
I think I'm not sure again, but yeah, it's been a very good match this time around, and I think maybe the Baltic Sharks were slightly too defensive in that one. They were keeping up good defensive plays and getting it out consistently, but there was a couple of goals that went in, and maybe they didn't push as hard as they should have to try and fight to get them back again.
Yeah, I definitely think they had their chances, and most of all, I think they denied the the kind of plays Freedom Scrolls tries to, give a long paced pass to the sideboard where a teammate that just positioned Jan in the first place tries to redirect it to the midfield, and those get contested very early and very fast, just right in the mid of the field from the Baltic Key Sharks, which is quite important, I think. But yeah, as you mentioned, defense isn't everything at all. They have to put on some pressure and get their pass plays on point and on target to actually score on Freedom Scrolls.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going into the final game here of this series to see who's going to be the second place champions today. And it's looking tight. It could go either way, definitely. There's a Tam with a nice starting shot just above the crossbar. Not quite able to get it down.
Yeah, trying to rotate his roof down of his car to get a lower shot, but couldn't get it low enough to actually fit the spot.
It's a nice attempt there, but Slow's being shut down again. He tries to put it out to Drums. That's maybe a little too far. He gives Hanty a chance. He's not able to get it over Princey. Good defending. Slayer seems to be getting bullied a little bit in goal here by Hanty. Not sure why that's happening, but
I think Hanty just expected to have a little less time than he really had at that point, and hesitated a bit with the shot. Can't put it through. Still remaining 0-0.
it's a nice double tap by Princey, but unfortunately there's still two defenders left in goal and Taluma took it out for them. It looks like they're going to keep the pressure in the half of the Baltic Keel Sharks for the most part. It's a nice out again from Celerith, and Drums is going to try and redirect. No, he's backed off. What? Okay.
No, what happened there? Baltic Sharks with a dangerous double commit.
Well, no, I feel like Drums was maybe trying to make a play there, and maybe in their team chat, Princey called it to try and do something fancy, and it ended up not going well because they were then out of position. So
yeah, they had such a good chance after the double commit of the Baltic Key Sharks, but then I felt like they were, trying to get a fancy play, and in the end end up double committing themselves on the offense.
Yeah, precisely. It looks like they got another chance here now, though. Solaris puts it into the middle. Zatan getting it comfortably out. He's going to follow it up himself. And it looks like Taluma's going to go for this. But manages to get it over him. Another save for Zatan. And Drums is putting it across. And Princey blocking again. Again, it's staying mostly in the blue half here. And while I respect the great defense that the Baltic Keel Sharks have, they still need to make some more offensive plays at the moment.
Yeah, both teams definitely showing some respect for each other here in Game 3 of the series.
Taluma being a bit cheeky there, trying something slow, but Solarith just rushed him and took it off him, I'm afraid. It's like Prince is going to come across from Drums' shot, not able to find it. It's up in the midfield, we've got 2 minutes left, and so far we haven't had a goal.
And again, Taluma and Hante double committing at the ceiling there. And last second death from Taluma. Very dangerous spot the Baltic Keel Sharks put themselves at.
It's like another possible chance. Solaris puts it up, just ricocheting off the crossbar. Very close. Quite unfortunate there. Millimeters off, I'm afraid, and Zatan took it out comfortably. Looks like Slayer's going to turn on this, get it back over to their side. A nice long shot. Saloom's in the way, though. But they do have a chance here now.
So are we actually going to take this to Game 3 overtime?
That would be the dream, and it's looking pretty even at the moment. Both sides keeping up a decent defense, batting it back and forth. We're about to hit a minute down, and this was the second really time had a goal.
Where the Baltic Sharks almost ended up scoring just with a smart demo attempt or a bump attempt, but didn't really hit the most important part of it, the bump.
Yeah,
very close call though.
Unfortunately, that all components need to come together for something like that. And, you know, even slightly off on one of them, and it's just not going to happen. It's a bit of a double commit, but it pinched nicely. But unfortunately, they anything can be made of that attempt. And Drums now trying to take it off them. Can't quite get it, but Princey with a storming shot straight off the corner post.
Yeah,
Absolutely
and I hate
beautiful.
to call it, but that one goes probably on Hanty trying to just spider clear it from the backboard. Which, yeah, that was a very hard bounce from the backboard to clear it that way, I guess.
I feel like he may have been expecting something from Drums there, but Drums ended up missing it as well, which just left it open for Princey. But what a great shot regardless, it was just well placed. And Princey gets another one straight off the backboard, a double commit from Baltic Keel Sharks. Absolutely cripples their team.
Yeah, they absolutely dropped down the quality gameplay that they showed in the first game of the series, I guess. Way more double commits on the side of Baltic Sharks here.
I feel like they've been playing well generally, but 3 mistakes in a row and they've gotten a goal of every single one, and all of a sudden the game is over.
Yeah, they just fall apart. Another double commit, and who was it air dragging there? Was it Princey?
Yeah, I think so.
That was just a beautiful counter rotation, I think, to just block it downwards. Even though, even if they would have contested him a little better, I think he would have gotten a very nice block on this.
With only a few seconds to go, it's all over, and the Weedham Squirrels have managed to take second place for the tournament this evening. It's nicely done, and they're still fighting for another goal, and he almost got it, but that's it. And Princey coming out with MVP, I'd say he definitely deserved that. An absolutely storming first shot from him right off the corner.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this game absolutely happened throughout with the passion of Widom Squirrels. Yeah, they just gave this game their theme. Especially in the end, they had so much offensive pressure, and Baltic Keel Sharks with 5 saves on the scoreboard just couldn't make a difference because, yeah, they had a few cool and good and promising offensive attempts, but mostly relying on bumps. I think those were the 2 most dangerous ones for Widom Skulls, but they couldn't make it through, and so the Widom Skulls offensive here just secures them the win, and well deserved in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it looks like in the higher bracket, FAU managed to beat Bath, and so they've gone to the final. I'm not sure what the outcome of the final for the higher bracket was, but I'm sure we'll get results soon enough. But if that's still going on, that'll be over on channel 1. So
wasn't it 2-1 Squirrels?
Oh, 2-1, yeah. Sorry.
Well, it can just lead in and you can... Okay.
It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't really make any difference at this point.
Yeah.
But even so, it was well played, and we enjoyed watching that. That was very close, and you know, always great to watch.
Definitely, for me it was the best series we've had on this stream, at least for this evening. Are we going to cast another match, or is the final casted elsewhere?
No, that's the final of the second of the lower bracket, and therefore they'll be doing the final of the higher bracket currently. Just need to see where the just gonna have a look at their stream, see if they're done yet or not. I'm not entirely sure. It'll be on Cyanix, I think. No, sorry. Mustache Gaming. And over on here, looks like they've finished already, so not entirely sure what's happening with that one.
Yeah, Mustache Gaming currently offline from me, at least.
So they were saying about they were saying Lions and Demons is running very behind, so I don't know whether or not they just got rid of that one. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so it was the Demons versus FAU for the finals, and looks like the Demons took it over FAU, and Bath Rubber Duckies and the Lions unfortunately dropping down into 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, that's well what I called out. I definitely could imagine those two teams being in the final, and I'm actually a little bit surprised that FAU lost to Demons, but those teams are so close to each other in terms of techniques and actual skill. Um, yeah. So the game already happened, right?
Yeah, yes, it's all
Yeah,
over, I'm
yeah.
afraid.
I definitely will rewatch this if I'm able to on Twitch because
Yeah,
this.
yeah. We've been instructed to save all the games, so we'll definitely have to look at those and then.
Yes. So I guess we're overall just moderating out and are done with the evening for now.
Yeah, that's it, I'm afraid. So we're all done here. Thanks for everyone who turned out. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching the tournament this evening. I think it's been great. I've absolutely loved it. Very close play all the way. So
Yeah, I just go with the same. Totally enjoyed all of it, and unfortunately, there's nothing to see here anywhere. So move along. Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. Stay tuned for Rocket League and whatever else you're interested in. And yeah, for my part, I've loved to cast this, especially in English with you, Cooper. And
yeah,
yeah,
same. Thanks, man. It's great to have you over here. So it's been great fun, and I'll be back next week for my usual NSE. But other than that, that's goodbye from us, folks.
yeah. Goodbye.